fortunate having the juniors, those guys pushing through. We've had guys push up. As you say, 5 or 6 colts today will be making their debut. We did our jumper presentation on Thursday night, and I think we had about 10 from our A-grade colts last year that will be pushing up. It is so exciting.
Being a person, mate, doing the whiteboard for the reserves, doing a bit of work out here early before the game, you name it, you do it, the President.
Yeah, just don't look at how clever the line marking is. That is the first time I've actually done it, and I'll probably never do it again. Do whatever it takes. I think I had to play a couple of Resi's games last year. I'll put on the boots, I'll do the umpiring, whatever's required. And that's what we're about with this club. Is it's a footy club, it's a community. Just come and enjoy playing footy. That's all we care about. First game, mate. Great crowd. Bars as chockers as a 5:30 tram going to Melbourne, mate. We're pretty happy with the crowd. Of course. It is a bit less vocal. Obviously, we're not up on the scoreboard yet. I'll wait till the league side comes on and, listen to the crowd then. It'll be amazing. Well, best of luck, mate. Looking forward to the call here this afternoon. And thanks again for the hospitality you guys show the whole Perth Footy League, mate, throughout the season, mate. So best of luck. Thank you very much. Anytime. No worries. Thanks, mate.
All right, and welcome to Perth Footy League A-grade competition, round 1 here across at Kingsway Reserve. My name is Ward Harris. That was Cam Robbins down on the boundary with the president there in Rob Mitchell. Look, it seems like we're only just here for a preliminary final where we had Kingsway beat North Beach Footy Club to go through to the grand final, which they end up beating Curtin Wesley Uni and taking home the flag in 2021. As I mentioned, my name's Ward Harris. It was Cam Robbins down on the boundary. We're excited to be back here for the 2022 season. Massive first game here across at the Kingsway Footy Club. We've got Kingsway versus Scarborough. Kingsway, as I mentioned before, won the flag in 2021. Scarborough looking to probably bounce back from what would have been a bit of a disappointing season. We had the pleasure of going out to Scarborough Footy Club, out to the Mill, probably a couple of weeks ago now. If you haven't tuned in and had a listen yet, the new show this year, Behind the Posts, which will be a footy show preview review that we do every week of the A-grade season. Went out there and caught up with Coach Paul Vines, had an interview with him and the new president there in Joel Ashman as well, who'll be running around in the number 3 for Scarborough Footy Club. And look, they seem pretty pumped up and ready to go for this season. So look, massive game ahead of us at the moment. We've got the reserves game going on, probably halfway through this last quarter at the moment. And it looks like Scarborough Footy Club up by probably 6 goals or so at the moment. Cam Robin joins me. I won't flick across to him yet at the moment, but let him take his breath. It's a fair run up from the bottom there, but look, Cam, I will flick across to you a little bit there. Had a chat to Rob Mitchell. He's doing a few things there, as you mentioned the old ground markers. I reckon they look all right from here, mate.
That's what I said. Don't be too harsh on yourself. The president of the footy club, mate, he's doing the whiteboard for the reserves. He said, Cam, don't mention the markings this morning. He said one of the wheels fell off the markings. It's a bit like me after a couple of beers, I think, trying to keep straight. But fantastic bloke, Robbie Mitchell, and also looks after. He said, anything you guys want up there, both you, Haley, Jack, the cameraman, yourself, Ward, by all means, we'll run a tab and look after you. So once again, maybe the first little vote there for the fantastic opportunity to our major sponsor,
the old backlight. Yeah. I was having a chat to my daughter about that today. I said, hey, look, I reckon I've got the perfect place for your next birthday party, so we'll have to see what we can swing there as well, mate. But it looks like a ripping place, doesn't
fantastic. It? And fantastic come on board, the backlight sponsorship. This game here, Will, you talk much about it?
Yeah, look, I obviously mentioned Kingsway, the premiers in 2021, and probably caught people by surprise. Last time we were here, obviously, was the North Beach game where they won in the prelim, and mentioned we're out, obviously, pumped up the old Behind the Posts show, which me and you have enjoyed those first couple of episodes fantastic. As well.
And also, shout out to you too, mate. We're filming from your little indoor volleyball centre, mate.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Will. Thank you much for the hospitality. So we'll be filming those on a Monday, and then that goes to air on the Thursday, producing to the right of Haley. So well done, Haley. But yeah, I've had a lot of interest there from all the viewers. 5,500 to 6,000 people tuning in, and that's what community footy is all about, isn't it, Ward? Just getting down to the grassroots and talking to real people.
Yeah, look, absolutely, and that's what we enjoy about it. Look, we look out now, and as you mentioned, the bar's got a few floating around. We can see around the ground. Everyone's got their their picnic chairs, and they're all ready to go for the year. And look, that's what community footy's all about, mate. So
feel sorry for Paul looking at the camera there. Poor old Jack, very hot and humid out there at the moment.
Mate,
Harley's
sticky,
in the air conditioner to the right, the producer. She's happy, but poor old Jack. We'll get a bit of water out to you throughout the course.
I reckon
of the day,
we might look a little bit extra shiny on the old camera tonight, mate. But yeah, that's right. Didn't get used to playing footy again, mate. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And also shout out to my daughter Maddie, having her 21st birthday
Awesome,
yesterday, born on April Fool's Day, 1st of April 2001, and we've got a big party at the Oxford Hotel tonight, so I might have to leave fairly quick after the game, Haley and Ward, so apologies for that. Shout out to you, Matt, and also first time listeners from downtown Bunbury, Kip and George, hello to you too. They're looking forward to streaming, watching Scarborough. I don't know if you're the Scarborough lads here. And interesting, Scarborough is the podcast boys both picked them to play in the grand final this year.
Did they really?
Certainly did.
Up and about. I'm trying to think. I think one of might have been Cal even said he thought they were favourites for the flag as well, didn't he? So yeah, look, I think we've got ourselves a real good season ahead, and mate, I'm rapt we get to call Kingsway and Scarborough as the first game of the season.
Fantastic. And the conditions here, well done to the local council out here, Ward. The grounds here just picture perfect. We look at some waffle grounds, obviously apart from Mineral Resources Park, obviously where the West Coast Eagles are based. But geez, the ground out here maintained very well. Beautiful, nice green tinge of the grass, and not much wind to talk about here, isn't it? And the conditions are picture perfect. It's still going through the reserves at the moment. Scarborough up by about 6, and they won the Colts fairly convincingly as well.
Yep.
And will they go for the trifecta?
Oh, look, I reckon they could be a chance today. We had a chat on the Behind the Post show, last Thursday, and started going through the games for the round. There's some actually really good games of footy, I think, set up for this intriguing round one. But look, both of us picked Scarborough as well. So, look, there's every chance, and I don't think we've really mentioned much about the teams yet. I'll tell you what, it's actually been tough to mention much about the teams, mate.
What do we say about the criteria on Thursday night?
It's concerning. Look, I understand. I've done the old admin roles in footy, as you have as well, mate, and sometimes it can be a bit tough to, get things rolling like you want to, and footy season creeps up pretty quick. But bloody hell, it's tough to do things when you don't have a team list for either side. So hey, look, that's all we'll probably say about that. But yeah, teams, look, let's try and get things a bit more organised. And I know, let's get the round one out of the way and roll.
Absolutely.
From there.
Interesting you're saying both of us worked at the Waffle Club. You at a few clubs, Ward and me at East Perth. And I was a footy manager for a few years, and the general manager was Marbles Wilson, and he used to hate if I got any numbers wrong, mate, there'll be a fine from the Footy Development Trust, and those don't now call the Footy Commission. I tell you what, guys kicked a fairly good goal in for Kingsway. These misses a point. So if I had stuffed up the team's lift, mate, there'd be a fine. Tell you what, mate, I'll get absolutely poleaxed on a Monday.
Oh, especially East Perth back in the day, mate. So every dollar counts, well, as it does at any kind of level at footy. But I was very good at not getting fined for things, mate, because it just wasn't worth the hassle, and you don't want to go wasting money.
No, so please make sure anyone listening out there, we've got the game next week. I think, can you please ensure all those team sheets comes through Adam from the Perth Footy League, and just send him through on a Thursday, and then he'll forward on to me and Ward on a Friday, and the producer Harley as well, when we get the name and the numbers right. So if you call any names here wrong this afternoon, the wrong Guernseys, Ward, I don't give a shit, because it's not our fault.
No, well, look, that's fair as well. And do you know what? The other thing is, we're literally here to call a game of footy. Oh, mate, I'm not going to go and have a chat to the guys from Kingsway and say, hey, old mate isn't playing. Like, with all due respect, I don't really care. But look, we're here to call a game of footy and make it a good spectacle for everyone that wants to listen in, mate. So look, that's our priority. We want to cover the footy the best we can for you guys.
So looking forward to a good season this year. 71 teams of the Perth Footy League, a new CEO, new vibe around the place too. So I think we're set for a fantastic season. Seeing the person on the Scarborough, the lad in front of us there, Robbie Forrest, mate. Keep your eyes out for him, Ward. He's one guy who can play, is Robbie Forrest, a former player for Subiaco.
He's looking lean, mate.
Couple of knee recos. But ripping Blake had a chat to him before the game. I said, mate, be running off the half-back flank. He goes, Cam, I'm straight lines, mate. I'm probably go half forward. So I've had it then.
Smart.
Then I've gone to Vines. I said, hey, Vines, he's the coach of Scarborough, obviously. He goes, just had a chat to Rob. He goes, he reckons he's playing half forward. He says, Cam, I'm the coach. If he plays half back, he'll be playing half back. So could be a bit of banter between those guys throughout the course of the season.
Oh, mate, and that's what footy's about, isn't it? It's good to see that. Good to see guys like Robbie Forrest heading back down to a club like Scarborough, I should say, and giving back. So, handy addition for the Scarborough Footy Club.
Key players for each side. Looking at the teams list now there for Scarborough. Ward, I think's the little fella, number 4, Valalonga Adam, just run and carry, played very good state footy last year. I think is a vital player to have, number 4. Keep your eyes out for him, is a very, very good player. Nick Comer, will he play, number 7? Former player for Essendon and former junior from this club. He comes back in the side as a key forward, mate. He could be a fairly handy player as well. Obviously, Harrison Court, number 17, run off the half-back flank, very good. Rob Forrest, we mentioned, number 18, former Subiaco footballer and a very smart player. Keep your eyes on Reece Guelphy, number 20, brother of Matt, who plays for Essendon, and also his young brother Logan plays senior footy for Claremont. 26 of age, Reece is finally getting a crack at footy, has always been injured, so keep your eyes on him, number 20, Reece Guelphy. He'll play probably centre half-back and pinch hit through the midfield. And also the big ruck, number 28, bomber for Scarborough. Played some senior footy for West Coast Eagles in the Waffle last year. We caught a game last year, I think Curtin Uni Wesley, and he was absolutely outstanding.
He was dominant,
so
wasn't he?
Look out for him, number 28. What about the better players going through your team's list there for Kingsway, the award?
Yeah, look, we had a bit of a chat round earlier, and we probably realised there's a few guys out from that premiership side, whether they've either retired or gone on to possibly try their hand out maybe at some country footy or what other options have kind of popped up. But look, some real quality through there. Chad Barnes, he'll wear the number 5 this year, I think number 12 before, but he normally runs off halfback, plays on a wing, and really good through the midfield. Captain there in Rowan Brooks, number 9, really solid player, and almost dragged them to victory through the clearances last year as well. James Eccles, once again a halfback, number 10.
JC, good player.
Very, very handy
player.
player.
The ball well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he is. Young guy, Liam O'Connor. He's got some tricks actually. He's super quick, and look, watch him. He's a bit of an X factor for the footy club. Chopper Reid, who was absolutely exceptional in the grand final last year.
Yep.
Very good wearing the number 23, and look, probably their ultimate X factor, and the guy that won best on in the grand final, Braden Furmark, number 37. Look, watch out for him to be right up there in the goal kicking as well. But mate, super game ahead of us.
Absolutely, probably home ground. Probably give Kingsway a few goals on the board for that award, but just losing 11 players, I suppose, pretty hard to replace those seasoned players for Kingsway. But also, as Rob Mitchell, the president, said earlier on, board gives the opportunities for young colts to come through as well. And you never know, mate, on the big league, they might step up and they might go okay.
Yeah, look, that's right. And I think, what did he say? Was it 4 or 6 or something like that? That 6 that are coming up. So, and we were out at West Coast the other day, and they mentioned the same thing. It's those local kids that are coming up, and then they go through, have the careers, and come back like Tommy Ledgers of the world. So that's what we've got to see. Wait and see how they go today. And there's always going to be 1 or 2 that stand out, and you go, geez, this young fella can play. So, yeah, always exciting at the beginning of the year. You never know what you're going to get. Absolutely.
And the season's gone pretty good off season. Obviously, like my surfing down the summer and down the beach, but there's nothing like getting out in the footy field and watching a bit of footy, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I have to admit, I'm missing the beach. I haven't been for about a week, mate, so the weather's been a bit ordinary. But
not much surf, mate.
Nah,
there's supposed to be some waves coming through.
Yeah,
the side
tomorrow, I think, but yeah, we'll wait and see. But no, you're right. It's a bit surreal actually being back for round 1 already, but yeah, just looking forward to the game ahead, mate. So
shout out to the person on our right who keeps us honest each and every week. Last
very
year and this
organised,
year
isn't she, mate?
Is Hayley, a very good producer in her own right, and fantastic to have you on board again, Hayley, keeping us honest, gives us the thumbs up. Jack doing the filming as well, so looking forward to Jack to really take some highlights this year, and I tell you what, there will be some highlights. Highlight for me last year was that Nylander shirt front.
Oh, I'm surprised. I think Mitchy Dwyer is still recovering. So they're absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. So, and that was right out just on that forward 50, just to the right hand side of the screen. So yeah, if we can see some more highlights like that, it's going to be a good season.
Yeah, saw a couple of the spectators down there was walking out, and they came, "Oh, you're Cam from Perth Wood League." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, your call last year, lads, in the grand final." I said, Prulam, North Beach and Nylander.
Yeah.
He said, "I could sense your excitement." I said,
"You reckon?"
Tell you what, I felt it. Jeez, that was just absolutely one of the biggest shirt fronts going around, wasn't it?
Huge, mate. Absolutely.
But he got up, didn't he?
Oh, both of the boys straight away. We were like, surely someone's going to pass out or get stretched off after that. But both of the boys jumped up and probably showed how important that game of footy was as well.
Absolutely. And around the ground so far in the AFL ward, a couple of games, obviously the other night, Melbourne come from behind with the Bombers. Bombers the last 2 weeks they've started well, but they just fall by the wayside.
Yeah, look, interesting for the Bombers. They've got so much potential there. You come up against the reigning premiers and quality does shine out in the end. But, yeah, look, good game of footy there. Mate, you catch any of Port Adelaide and Adelaide in the end?
How's Port going?
Oh, 0-3.
0-3.
I've at the old volleyball centre, there's a guy there. He's the most avid Port Adelaide supporter going around, and he's now growing this beard. And I said, "Wait, when are you going to get ready?" He goes, "Next time we win a flag." I went, "Mate, I reckon you're in a world of hurt at the moment." So, but they might end up a bit like a West Coast at the moment, where those top end players just start to drop off that little bit too quick. But how was the goal in the end?
Oh, jeez. That's why they got that guy from Sydney Swans
Yeah.
that left. But it went fade. I thought it was going to go the other side of the goal
Oh,
post, but
definitely.
it did the old in
Yeah.
swing coming through.
Mate, beautiful. So, I was at volleyball last night having a couple of quiet bevies and, got to watch it live and I went, "Jeez, that was a good finish of footy."
So I think the Bombers too, it's the first time since 70 or in the 70s they've been 0-3, so not a good start for them. So, but also Fremantle versus West Coast in the Derby this week.
I don't think we've had any teams come out for that one yet, actually.
No.
I think that might be a little bit
Good
later today, or it could even be...
good sign in front of us there, boys. Nicky Comer, he's definitely playing.
Yeah, he's out and ready to
He's
roll,
out,
which
ready
is
to go.
which is good. So, yeah.
And Robbie Forrest, there's even Andrew Buccanara down there. Gary's young fella, giving a shake of the hands. Young Bucky, good friend of Robbie Forrest. And the Scarborough boys seem just getting their heads around them so far before the game. They seem pretty excited about the situation. And should be a very good game of footy here, Scarborough versus Kingsway. We're going to take a short break, I think, Ward.
Yeah,
I'll come back for the start of what should be a fantastic game. Round one of the 2022 Perth Footy League season will be Scarborough versus Kingsway, live from Kingsway Footy Club. Welcome to the Kingsway Footy Club. We're back here just about start of the round one game between Kingsway and Scarborough, which I believe it's raining. So it's hot as I prefer. We're out here. It's about 28, 29 degrees. No wind at all, but it is raining. That cyclonic activity around Perth water. I don't think it'll be hanging around long. It'll just make it a bit more dewy on the ground.
Yeah, look, probably not what you need in those kind of round one conditions. Actually, a bit of rain. It just came out of nowhere, didn't it? But yeah, it's going to make things a bit tricky for both clubs as they go through their warm-ups at the moment. Kingsway Footy Club to the left of screen, Scarborough Footy Club to the right, and both teams looking like they're ready to roll.
Yeah, we haven't had the toss yet there, Ward. As you say, Kingsway got the big V's there, the green, probably the royal bluey black colour, and Scarborough the green colour. And as we interviewed Paul Vines a couple of weeks ago, they're exactly the same colour of his junior club in Queensland. So pretty ironic that Paul Vines coaches the club in the colours which he played a lot of juniors for in Queensland when he was a little knee-high to a grasshopper. And his old man was also, would you believe, was the runner for the Brisbane Bears. There you go.
Yeah,
Found out that
okay.
during the week.
Oh, yeah. Good bit of trivia there.
Yeah, so good foundations they were, the Brisbane Bears. But doing the warm-ups here for Scarborough. Who's your tip, Ward? I know we both tipped Scarborough during the week. Have you changed for this week?
No, look, I don't think so. I think we were pretty impressed, as we mentioned, about Scarborough Footy Club and what we thought they could do this year, and we probably didn't have the intel on Kingsway Footy Club that we've probably found out a bit more, through the week and today. And look, probably with some of those players out, look, there's no Kyle Halligan going through there. Matty Jackson was really good from last year. Both the Bestry boys, Adam Creeper, and I think those type of players are going to leave a bit of a hole, mate. So look, I'm probably still picking Scarborough. I think with these conditions, it'll probably keep it a close game. So I'm probably going Scarborough by a couple of goals. What about you, mate?
Yeah, I think it'll probably dry up. I think all those outs for Kingsway, 11 from a premiership side, 11 out of 22. Ward, that's fairly significant, isn't it, to be out of the side?
Yeah, absolutely.
But Scarborough with the big ins, and obviously knowing Paul Vines, his coaching pedigree from Subiaco, their Ward, I think he's got some nous about him.
Yep. And
there'll be some structures and process involved for the Scarborough Footy Club. So I think maybe Scarborough by 21 points.
Excellent. Well, I think, look, we're both in agreement. We're going to be up for a good game of footy today. Look, we're absolutely stoked to be out here at Kingsway Reserve and get to call this game as the two captains come to the middle of the ground. The captain there in Rowan Brooks. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually the Scarborough captain out here today. I know we missed him a couple of weeks ago with some COVID protocols. But, yeah, look, so toss has gone up. And it looks like Scarborough has won it.
Kicking to the left of the screen.
No worries.
So the captain there is Ryan Sheehan.
Yep.
He's won the toss and he will be kicking to the left of the screen. Kingsway will be kicking to the right of the screen. Once again, thanks for your company throughout the season 2022. My name's Cam Robbins, joined in the calling all season with Wardy Harris, and looking forward to a good game here. Both of us are tip Scarborough.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I know it's only early in the year. Any matchups or any key players that you think might line up against each other to start with?
Oh, yeah, don't know there, Ward. It's throwing the magnets around, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, look, it definitely is. I think, depending on where they play, that midfield kind of challenge will be look pretty handy. You've got guys like, let's say, Velalonga for Scarborough that just runs up and down on that wing. Chad Barnes, they might line up against each other and just shake hands at the beginning of the day and run around and get 40 each. But look, we'll see how we go there. Look, who plays on Braden Furmark? I think that's going to be a really
big matchup.
That's a really interesting one as well.
Does Harrison Court or does he Robbie Forrest? But you want Robbie to have that run and carry, which he does so well. And also, if Nick Comet plays up forward, will Chopper Reed man him up? That'll be a good duel as well. Yeah,
look, definitely right. So I think, look, it's a bit of an unknown at the moment. We're looking to, wait and see what actually happens with these sides as they both start coming to the centre of the ground. Scarborough probably the first to break from their huddle and start going to their positions. Players come to the bench. Kingsway still in a pretty tight huddle just to the left of screen. The SSC coach coming off the ground now as well. Probably only about a minute from a bounce, Cam.
Absolutely, really looking forward to this. A key player also for Scarborough is number 28, Bomber. Played a lot of junior footy club with my nephew, young Riverson Robbins, who's out with a crook toe at the moment, plays for Scarborough. So it's going to be a good player, Bomber, like I said, played some senior footy for the West Coast Eagles in the second side last year in the Waffle. He comes back to Scarborough. Like we said, Alan Valalonga on that far wing, run and carry. Liam Robilada here on the other wing as well. He's a under carry, and Joel Ashman, he's got the helmet on. He comes back into the side as well, so he's going to be a key player as well. And there's Nick Comer. He's lining up centre half forward, I think, or full forward.
Yeah, look, I think that's a real good thing to have Nick there. He's so smart around the goals. His pressure is absolutely exceptional as well. So, look, I think it'll be interesting to see who matches up on him. And so there we go. I like the matchup of Sean Bradley from Scarborough on Daniel Whitfield. He normally plays as that tall key back, and that's going to be an interesting one down there. Robbie Forrest forward as well, mate.
Half forward, so I tell you what.
He did get his way, mate.
He's brought the one over the coach. In the midfield, Louis Miller as well for Scarborough. The big ruck there for Kingsway, number 28, is Timmy Strong. And the midfield for them is Jack Follett as well. Just about ready to go. Last year's premiers in Kingsway versus the ever-improving this season, I reckon, Scarborough. Thanks for your company. And tuning in live this afternoon. And the umpires shows the ball to the crowd. We're best ready to go there, Ward.
Best of luck to both teams. Best of luck to you, Cam Robbins.
Middle of the ground once again. First stock there, one. Strong wins it. Robes it off the pan. Was Brooks. Hand was okay. They kicked the ball forward. Moves the ball very forward. Running hard at the foot is Guilford for Scarborough. Met it with passion, did Reece Guilford. He only knows one way. Chickers out the other side and finds Tommy Willett. Willett tried to find Valalonga. Back to Willett. He's over the footy. Could be a bit of trouble. He caught one high. The umpire says the ladder. And a free kick to Scarborough. Tucked deep in the pocket. And they'll take that kick. But good attacking move for Kingsway Ward early.
Yeah, nice. And I did like the play there in Liam O'Collar. We said he has got some wheels. And he did that well as Scarborough goes to come out of defence. Just a kick down the line, back to a bit of a contest. Ball gets spoiled over the line, and the umpire will say, give it to me, and throw it in on the far wing.
About 55 metres out for the Kingsway goal. They've done the first inside 50. Umpire's going to throw the ball in. Big bomber for Scarborough versus Timmy Strong for Kingsway. It's a boundary umpire. Throws the ball up. Good throw by the boundary. There's Bomber, brute strength, bring the ball to ground, try to find Joel Ashman. Hit over the footy with Ashman, hit it hard, but Kingsway somehow kicked the ball forward, but that's a very rushed kick, and it's out of bounds on the full, and looks like Harrison Court will relieve the pressure for Scarborough. They're doing the attacking so far earlier, Kingsway Ward. Yeah,
look, they're looking good around the clearances at the moment. Ryan Brooks, as he did in the first one, just did it beautifully, as Harrison Court marks the ball deep in his defensive 50. Just assessing his options, trying to get the Boyles to clear out. Plays on. Decides to go with a long kick down the line. Goes to a bit of a pack. Sheehan in there. Spoiled over the top by the big ruckman in Strong. Scarborough find the ball there. Valalonga. Ball spoiled and out of bounds. Once again on that outer side.
So kicking out for goals. They are just gone over a minute and a half and still no score. 0-0. Ward call the game off in its draw at the moment. So boundary umpire's going to throw the ball up. Bomber versus Strong. Bomber strength. Beautiful hit over the top. Found his teammate there, Louis Miller. Miller on the right. He's pushed over that. Good pressure by Kingsway. And out of bounds on the full, and relieving the pressure will be Chopper Reid for Kingsway.
Yeah, now Louis Miller, I think when we were speaking to Paul Vines, he was a player that had come over from Melbourne. Look, he reckons he'll be a handy addition. As Reid kicks to Eccles, goes back to Reid. Reid just chips it, starting to slow the ball down a little bit.
Jack Barnes on the far side.
Yeah, Barnes plays on. Good kick. Finds that player there. What's the umpire going to say there? He says, get up, son. Oh, no, he doesn't.
He's 50.
Given him a 50, and that's a costly mistake there by the Scarborough Footy Club.
I think it's Valalonga.
Yeah, it is indeed. And can't quite see this player a jumper number yet, but he's going to end up...
absolute gimme.
Yeah, rolling in probably about 20 metres from goal. This
will be the first goal. Kingsway Ward. Handy one at that.
And he's moved him straight in front as well. So kicking from the edge of the square will be this play here, and I think
number 6 not in the budget. So we go Mr. Budget here. Not in the budget. We can't tell who he is, but he's kicked the first goal for Kingsway. Number 6, Mr. Budget. He has kicked the first goal for Kingsway, and it's taken just over 3 minutes, 3:13 in the first quarter to kick the first goal, and well done to Kingsway.
Yeah, absolutely right. Look, they've probably controlled it a little bit around the clearances at the moment, and they've come out really, really well. Look, Bomber looks to be he's going to make a bit of a difference in the ruck today. But look, the Scarborough boys have got to start getting their hand on the ball. And look, that's not the kind of free kick you want to be giving away so early in the game. But look, well done to Kingsway. The Premiers out nice and quick, kicking that first goal in the first quarter, and they lead this game by 6 points.
Eccles and Reid, two key players for Kingsway in the back half for them. Chopper Reid, very smart, played some senior footy for Subiaco, and Eccles as well is down at Subi as well. Just those combination, those two down back, could cause Scarborough a bit of concern. The middle of the ground once again, good knock by Bomber, good ruck work. Umpire says not holding the ball. Yes, it is. Good tackle from behind. As the captain Sheen has the ball right in the middle of the ground here, lowers his eyes, or didn't carry too far. And there's Ashman tackled from behind, and the umpire says, give the ball to me. President of the footy club, Joel Ashman, he's got to also rock up and play footy every Saturday, Ward.
Yeah, look, and it's not a bad addition there as he jumps straight into that midfield. He's got the player Reece Holdman for a bit of company at the moment. Holdman goes in there with a great tackle, kicked forward there by the player in Tommy Willett. Oh, but well done by that player in Chopper Reid. Marks the ball, kicks it out to that far side. Here's the best and fairest from the grand final last year, Furmark, but
thinks the ball's kick, I think.
Going to come back there.
What's going on here? It's a bit of lip, I think. So Chopper Reid right in the middle of the ground. He decides to play on. Ward goes straight down the high diddle. Gains a lot of metres in the forward pocket for Kingsway. Running hard at the footy, as the player we mentioned, Liam O'Connor. Very smart, but hotly pursued then by the backman there and Bradley. Bradley has it. Good pressure by Willett as well for Scarborough. 4 or 5 people around the contest. The umpire says, give the ball to me. Once again, in the inside 50 for Kingsway.
Yeah, doing really well there. They've probably had 4 or 5, and that was that player, Luke Halligan, who sealed the game from last year in that grand final. Good tackle by that player as the ball goes up, knocked down by Bomber. Oh, that's got to be a free kick. Umpire says, yes, surely it is, and that's a free kick to Scarborough footy play there in that player in Drew Kent.
He decides to play on, finds Harrison Court at left foot. Beautiful kick over the far side, trying to find the player over there, Mitch McPhee. And Valalonga, good tackle by McPhee. Ball's going nowhere. The umpire should be said, give the ball to me. Or it's holding the ball. The umpire says no, it's held to him. Once again, that switch to the play by Scarborough already under Paul Vines. Definitely different set of plays from last year for Scarborough Ward.
Yeah, look, absolutely right. As the ball goes up again, knocked down by the Scarborough ruckman there in Bomber, but quickly chipped forward. Ball lands out there. Oh, great pressure from both players there. Bodies on the line. Valalonga gets there, tackled quickly, and he's been given a free kick. High tackle there, Adam Valalonga.
Decides to kick the ball down the line, trying to find Bomber, but ordinary kick off the boot. Wasting the ball so far they are. Scarborough getting a lot of footy, but no pressure, just turning the ball straight back over.
I wonder if it's those slick conditions at the moment. Kingsway haven't quite had the same problem as the ball goes inside 50. Oh, picked up there by Lockie Ricketts, but tackled straight away. And we'll end up with a ball up almost on the 50-metre line in the Kingsway inside 50.
So 6.5 minutes, 1 goal straight to Kingsway. Scarborough yet to score. Half-forward flank for Kingsway. They have the ball now. Ricochet's out there. Well done by Willett. Tackled 3 or 4 times, but still has his body over the footy. Pressure over the top by Guelphy and also number 10 and Luke Spencer. And the umpire says give the ball to me. 40 minutes out for the Kingsway goal. Bomber through brute strength for Scarborough. Brings the ball to the ground and lays a tackle on. Good effort by him. Willett on the left foot. Kicks over the far side. So 2-on-1 over there. Comes to the ground. One of those players was McPhee. McPhee did well. Outnumbered, but Reid just puts a sleeper holding Ward and says, cop that.
Great tackle there by Ben Reid, and it was Kingsway 2-on-1, so look, McPhee did well to look half that contest, and we'll have a ball up on this far side as the 2 ruckmen go up. Once again, and it's Bomber that sits there and gets it. Kingsway finally get that clearance. I think that could have been through Asherman. Ball bouncing around straight into 2 tackles from the Kingsway players. One of those, Callan German.
Good pressure by both sides, Ward, isn't it?
Yeah, look, really hot start, and I think it could be the conditions that have made it that way so far. Umpire balls it up, Bomber knocks it down. Someone takes it out of the ruck. Scarborough Footy Club just kicking it forward. Bit of a roaming kind of maul there. Well done. Great hands there by that player in Hooper. Hooper kicks it forward. Is he going to sit for Holborn? Yes, it does. Just a chip kick. He's got that player in O'Connor. Great mark there by Liam O'Connor. 55 from home. So Liam O'Connor assesses his options, trying to get his players to clear out in the forward line. He'll probably just put it to the hot spot. Look, he does indeed. That play there in Halligan. Will he get there at the back? Ball goes over the top. Ball sits there. Good pressure by Scarborough Footy Club. Quick hands out there. Play there, number 24, who, once again, we don't have in the budget. Butchers it, and out of bounds there for a free kick for Scarborough Footy Club. Just in there.
You know what happens, Ward? You butcher it. because your name's not in the budget. Maybe if his name was in the budget, it might have gone through for a goal.
What about the young bloke that kicked the goal, mate? What's going on there?
Number 6. So here we are, just on 8.5 minutes. Pressure by both sides is good. Harrison Court tucked away in the back pocket here for Scarborough. Looking at his options. Umpires called him to play, and he just does that. Kicks over the half-back flank over the far side. Oh, that's about it. Good leap over the top by Morgan. He brings the ball to ground. Rovik very well by Chad Barnes. Barnes throws in his right boot. Numbs around the contest. Kingsway somehow have it in Oliphant. He's tackled very well by the Scarborough player there in Harrison Court. As umpire says, give the ball to me. But all Kingsway so far, Ward.
Yeah, look, they've probably had 7 or 8 inside 50s, and the pressure has been really good from Kingsway Footy Club as the umpire throws it in about 30 around from the Kingsway goal. Looks like Rowan Brooks almost ended up taking that at a ruck. Has his own clearance there. Ball bounces around. Geez, chaos footy there. Number 25 in Oliphant. Snaps on his right foot. Oh, and just misses to the right-hand side. Another point on the board. That's 1-1 now for the Kingsway Footy Club. About 9 minutes gone in this first quarter.
Geez, Drew Kent and Valalonga, lack of talk between those two Scarborough lads there. Ward allowed Oliphant to run onto the footy. Lucky he didn't convert. It was a minor score. Harrison Court has it now. Kicks the ball down the line. Good kick, tried to find the big fella. Bomber over the top. Bring the ball to ground. Kingsway, good tackle by the Scarborough defender. They have the numbers here. If the ball stands up, and it does, hands were good. Guelphy didn't have it. Went back in the contest. Well done, Reece Guelphy. Smart. Kicks the ball over to Robbie Forrest. Forrest on the right. Good tackle here by the Scarborough player in Luke Childs, and that's a bit better pressure there. Could be holding the ball. And the umpire says, yes, it is. So he decides to play on. Does Childs. Takes the game on. Throws him to the ground. Spinner Jones with a handball was excellent. Finds to the top to Morgan. Morgan's bet very heavily by Callum German. Ball's going nowhere. The umpire says, give the ball to me. I tell you what, Kingsway have turned up to play here this afternoon. Word early started as no in the first quarter, but they are throwing everything in the contest. Yeah, look, absolutely right. And probably the Scarborough player didn't need to play on there. He had Jakey Follett right on his hammer, end up tackling him and throwing that pressure over. So the extra ruckman there in Suda from Kingsway is now in there. Valalonga kicks the ball forward, but great chop-off mark by Whitfield. As he goes to switch the ball, finding that player running out of defence in Hooper, sits Rome beautifully. Decides to hand it off to the smooth user in James Eccles onto his left foot. Kicks it out right in the way of the player in Oliphant. Does it quickly. Oh, great body use by Oliphant as the ball goes out of bounds right on that far side. The umpire will throw it in. Geez, that sweeping left foot from James Eccles, Ward. He's one smart player. Uses the ball extremely well. Probably a player we've surprised maybe didn't go and try and push for some waffle footy again. Absolutely. With Benny Harding from Universities playing for Claremont and did quite well in the reserves. For the senior side last week for Claremont. So shout out to you. Well done. Taking that opportunity on. Umpires throws a ball in. Bomber brings the ball to the contest. Rowe very well by Kingsway. Thumps the ball forward. Gains of 45 metres. Oh. Harrison Court dropped what he should have taken. Second contest was good though. Pinballs the ball out. They have the ball here. Kingsway. If it stands up, would be okay. The dribble kip around the corner. And a minor point. Geez, Harrison Court must be slippery out there, Ward. Yeah, look, I think it is. We can start to see some sun going on the contest at the moment. But that ball would be like a cake of soap. It was already muggy as hell. And hard conditions there as Scarborough go to kick the ball in. Willett with the ball. Good Just kick. A nice chip kick there as he finds that player there in Louis Miller. About 60 from goal. Just lowers his eyes. Oh, good handoff there by Zach Morgan. Tries to chip it around. Morgan goes to chase it again. Probably not the best kind of handball there from Adam Valalonga, and the umpire will throw it in right in front of the Kingsway bench just here on this close side. Just 12.5 minutes as 1-1 Kingsway. Scarborough yet to score. Thanks for your company. Ward Harris, Cam Robbins doing the calling for you this afternoon. Boundary umpire throws the ball up. It's a good one. Bomb up, brute strength, brings the ball to ground. Roved extremely well was Ryan Sheen, the captain. He's tackled very highly there. Furmark, and great tackle by Furmark. Holding the ball, he decides to play on this. There's that switch play in the middle of the corridor. Robbie Forrest is there for Scarborough, but a little bit too long, too late. They have the ball now running in numbers once again. Kingsway very good through Mitchell Brooks. Brooks on the right, turn the ball straight out. That's better by Harrison Court. Lowers his eyes, use the left, right in the middle of the ground. Furmark's going to be in a bit of trouble here. Good shepherd off the ball by Scarborough. Umpire said play on. Well done by him. Mixman Fee hasn't nowhere to go. Lowers his eyes, and beautiful kick and lace out. He finds Sean Bradley. That's better movement by Scarborough, Ward. Yeah, look, that was very good. Harrison Court straight away once he had that open mark, assessed his options, and great kick. Chip kick there. Oh, great kick inside 50. Tommy Irwin marks the ball probably 35 metres from goal, and Scarborough have their first set shot on goal for the quarter. About 13 minutes in. First time inside 50. So taken 13 minutes more to get inside their forward 50. So such has been the dominance for the local side here in Kingsway. So Scarborough have the opportunity here for Thomas Ehrman. He's about 35 metres out. Take a good kick from there, but no breeze. What we talked about. There's Irwin, deliberate shot of goal. Head over the footy, kicks it low, stays low. It's not going to have the distance, and touched over the top there by the defender for Kingsway. It's a minor score, but Scarborough are on the scoreboard. They are 1 point, and Kingsway are 1-2. We've gone 13 and a half minutes to the first quarter. Ward.
Yeah, great kick in by Chopper Reid. Hits up that player. I think that might be Chatty Barnes, but I'm not sure with those flowing locks. Anyway, the Kingsway player kicks up the ground. Not the greatest kit. Hits a bomber from Scarborough. 70 metres from goal. They'll go straight back inside 50 again. Ball kicks in. Bit of a one-on-one contest. Oh, good knockdown there. Mitchy Brooks goes to hand it out. Oh, well done by Barnes. Not the best handball. Picked up there. Number 7 there in Nick Comer. Kicks it forward. Picked up by the Kingsway player. The ball going back and forth at the moment. Oh, good pressure. Ball sits there for that Scarborough player, but great pressure there by Lukey Halligan as Kingsway go to push the ball forward. Picked up now there by Mitch O'Neill. Switches the ball beautifully. And a nice mark there by that Scarborough player, about 80 metres from goal.
Decides to play on, kick the ball down the line. Fantastic kick to a square up. One of those is Eccles, brings the ball to ground. There's Comer, smart. Shepherd off ball was okay. He goes one way. Comer, caught one high. Surely did Comer. Umpire saw that as well. Comes through experience, the former Essendon player, East Perth, and also Eachirana Waffle player, and also Scarborough junior Nicky Comer gets the opportunity now. But they work very hard for that Scarborough. And Nick Comer, good to see him welcome back into the Perth Footy League, back in the Scarborough senior side there. What after a few years in the AFL and also Waffle.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, this will be really fitting to see Nick Comer kick the first goal for Scarborough Footy Club as he goes in. Set shot, 35 metres out, kicks through it. Kicks straight.
Beautiful kick.
And never in doubt. First goal on the board for the Scarborough Footy Club now. They get their first there, 1-1-7. But Kingsway Footy Club have dominated most of this contest. Still up 1-8. Just over 15 minutes gone in this first quarter.
So it's taken Scarborough Ward 15 minutes and 34 seconds to kick their first goal. But they got themselves back in the contest at the moment. Trail by 1 point, 1-2 to 1-1. But I think they're starting to get themselves back into the contest now, and I think the last 5 or 6 minutes, the coach Paul Vines will be a bit more happy the way they're playing.
Yeah, definitely. I think both teams trying to work out the conditions early on, and look, it was probably those repeat entries there. They probably had 4 or 5 really, really quickly, and it was just that chaos kind of ball that ended up with that shot on goal. And look, Nick Comer's class, never in doubt, as he was able to put through the ball. Umpire throws the ball up again. Good pick up by South. What's the umpire seen here? I think we got a free kick just up the ground.
What's going on here?
I'm not sure. It might be one of those wonderful 666 kind of issues, as I can see Furmark and that player in number 6 from Kingsway, who we still don't know who that is. I do remember him from last year. Anyone would think footy season was a long time ago, mate. I'm trying to remember his name. But, yeah, the umpire all ball it up again. South goes up in the rung, wins that one beautifully. Sorry, that player was strong. Kicks the ball forward. That number 6 there for Kingsway Footy Club. Good wheels. He goes to kick the ball inside 50. Not a bad kick. Oh, can't be quite picked up there by the big fella from Kingsway Footy Club as they go to kick out. Forrest, spoiled over the top by Eccles. Oh, great tackle there by Robbie Forrest.
Smart.
Well done.
Notice how then he just kept his feet.
Yeah, he could have absolutely.
Going to draw contact. Could have dived to the ground.
Yeah.
That's smart, and then experience. Play starting to dominate now too. He's a big ruckman for Scarborough. He wins that ruckwork again, big bomber. Mitchell Brooks caught one high. The umpire saw that as well. He's also playing well, Rowan Brooks. A lot of the footy, putting a bit of weight over the
he's looking strong, isn't he, mate?
He's looking very strong.
Yeah.
There's the captain, fantastic. Rowan Brooks has it now. Kicking a half out for goal for Kingsway. He kicks the ball. Geez, ordinary kick off the boot. Could have been bounds on the full or touched off the line. It's the ladder. And the umpire says, give the ball to me. So the latter stages of the first quarter have gone 17-49. Kingsway are 1-2-8 and Scarborough 1-1-7.
Yeah, I was going to say you couldn't begrudge them for probably celebrating that premiership pretty hard, could you? So, but it looks like a lot of the Kingsway boys have come back in reasonably good condition as they're ready to go for this season ahead. Knocked down by the Kingsway player. Goes out to the captain, Brooks. Quick kick forward. Great spoil
Tommy
by
Willett.
that Scarborough player is caught, gets the ball here, and Scarborough could be out on that
here.
far side. The play there in O'Neill goes to kick it. The ball goes up the side of the ground there. I think this might be Spinner Mainstone, who has the ball, marks it. Goes onto his left foot, kicks up the ground
Beautiful
there.
kick.
Oh, great kick there.
Good mark.
Unlucky, can't quite hold it. Ball kind of spills out there. What's the
Morgan.
umpire played?
All
And
right.
he's given the free kick away. Ball handballed inside. Rowan Brooks,
Bit
that
of
is.
trouble here.
Yeah, kicks it. Finds the player there in Reece Holdman. Holdman assesses his options. Goes on to that player in Nylander. Nylander just chips from about 55 metres out. Is
Good
that a mark?
spoil.
Great spoil there by the Scarborough player.
Richie O'Neill. Good effort by him. He's made something out of nothing to Scarborough. Comes here through Jolly Ashman on the left. Beautiful kick. Good vision found Forrest. Had to play on quick. The umpire caught. Said it was touched off the boot. Well done by Ashman. Followed up. Uses his left. Beautiful vision. Oh, drops an easy mark there was Irwin. Ran into the contest again was Irwin. Threw that handball on. It was okay. Didn't have it. Morgan went in the contest again. Well done. Forrest on the right. Kingsway have the numbers. Well done by Barnes. The hands was okay and finally come to the hand of McCabe. McCabe can play on. He does do that to Holdman. Holdman on the right. Kicks it to a 1-on-2. Spool over the top from Scarborough was okay. Court didn't keep his feet. Fairmark rose it and it's an easy goal. Bang it goes.
There you go. And look, Harrison Court, you can see he's absolutely filthy. That ball's gone over the top there. Mitchie O'Neill not quite able to clear it as well. And Braden Fairmark doing what he does best. Putting the ball through the big sticks. Second goal on the board for Kingsway Footy Club.
Just smart, isn't it, Ward? Braden Fairmark, both players from Scarborough didn't talk, didn't keep their feet. Fairmark did, went over the top, and any smart player like Fairmark is, they're just an absolute gimme for him, and he sealed his first goal, and more importantly, Kingsway second.
Yeah, absolutely, as they lead this contest now. 2 goals to 14, 1 goal, 1-7 to the Scarborough Footy Club. Almost 20 minutes gone now.
So it
in
did
this
take
first
them,
quarter.
Ward, 16 minutes to kick their second goal. So kicked the goal at 3:30 the first, and they kicked the second 19:34 of the second. So taken a long time to get the second goal, but they've played very well. They are. So 2 goals 2 they are, and Scarborough are 1 goal 1.
As the umpire balls it up there, Ryan Sheehan had his ball spoiled there. Lockie Ricketts tries to get the ball forward, just kind of jumps over the top there. Ball kind of bouncing around. Picked up there. Oh, great tackle. Well done by the Scarborough player there, and it stacks on the mills. The umpire comes in. I think he's going to say holding the ball
tackle,
possibly.
wasn't it?
No, he says, give it back to me. Great tackle there.
Spinner Mainstone, nicknamed Spinner. Good tackle by that young lad, number 9. So umpire throws the ball up. Bomber, beautiful ruck work, but rowed by number 24, not on the budget. Tackle was okay by Guelphy. Top one high. Surely was the Kingsway player, Lukey Halligan.
Oh, holding the ball, they've
given it
said.
holding the ball.
They've said he might have ducked into it, and I don't
my.
necessarily disagree with him, to be honest,
jeepers.
but interpretation of the rule, and nothing wrong with that.
There's Ashman had it, lost it, wing in the contest again. Guelphy had it, lost it as well, but somehow pinballs the ball out. Tackle the footy by all players is extremely well. Centre half forward here for Kingsway. Stacks on the mill, one of those players at the bottom of the pack. Umpire says, give the ball to me. And Robbie Forrest in the thick of things once again for Scarborough. So coming down to later stages of the first quarter, it's 2-2 to 1-1. Bomber, ruck work was okay. Try to find Robbie Forrest. He's set upon by about 2 or 3 players. Umpire says, give the ball to me. Going nowhere.
No, and then number 24 for Kingsway, he's putting up a reasonable contest in the ruck as well. We wouldn't mind trying to find out who that is as the ball goes up again. Bomber knocks that one down beautifully. Just forced forward by the Scarborough Footy Club. Oh, great pick up by Kingsway, but jumped on straight away.
You know what I'll do to get the name of a quarter time when I go to the bar? I won't have a frothy ward, but I'll get the numbers from a couple of these lads. From
I see what you can do. If you bring back a drink, I won't be upset, mate. As the ball goes forward, Sheehan, the captain for the day, kicks the ball forward. McPhee can't quite pick it up.
Smart.
Yeah, well, that player in Chopper Reed almost knocks it through. Oh, ball goes inside 50. Player with absolute wheels here in Tommy Irwin.
Caught one high, I think, was Sean Bradley.
Oh, and he will get the free kick here.
Not much time to go. We've gone 22-22 of the first quarter.
As he kind of lowers his eyes. Lots of people now running forward to the ball. Shawnee Bradley just chipping it from about 55. Good kick there. Great mark by that Scarborough player there.
Could be Robbie Forrest, I think.
I think it is Robbie Forrest, mate. Showing
Certainly
his class.
He is a class player, number 18, Robbie Forrest. Know that looks on him. Gentleman's come back from 3 knee reconstructions. He's had a checkered career, Robbie Forrest, playing Waffle for Subi, premiership player, played in Cal. And just a smart mark, Ward, wasn't it?
Yeah, it will be.
And a good kick as well, too, by 22 there in Sean Bradley.
Yeah, great kick. And look, if he puts this through, I reckon he'll be able to go and have a chat to Paul Vines and say, hey, look, mate, I reckon I'm now locked in as a half forward for the year. And look, he does. And I think we're almost tied up. No. Still Kingsway by 1 point as we hit the 23-minute mark now in this first quarter.
Very, very good mark, and also a good way to kick by Sean Bradley. Scarborough now, they're starting to settle their side, and the coach Paul Vines will be more happy the way they have played the last 10 or 11 minutes. Took them 15:34 to get their first and just over 12 minutes to get their second. But we have a contest here at Kingsway, Ward.
Yeah, look, we do indeed, and it possibly hasn't landed maybe how we thought it might have at the beginning of the game. But yeah, look, it is round one of the season, mate. Both teams trying to work out still what's going on. And we do have an absolute contest here as the umpire brings the ball back to the ground, middle of the ground. Only about a minute and a half in this first quarter here as the umpire throws the ball up again. Good knockdown by the ruckman there in Bomber. Ball kind of scooting around. Lockie Ricketts goes to chase it. Oh, great tackle there by that player in Louis Miller. The umpire says, let's give it back to me. He's been good his first game,
isn't he, Louis Miller?
Yeah, he has been indeed, definitely.
Under midfielder, isn't he? Hard at it.
Absolutely. As the umpire throws the ball up again, no one able to get it forward, but Ashman there goes to kick forward. Umpire says there is a free kick, and it will go there, I think, to the captain, possibly in Rowan Brooks.
So 24-22, Ward. Only about 40 seconds to go in this first quarter. Can they have it? Brooks decides to switcheroo. He does do that. Finds his teammate on the far side of the Kingsway Footy Club. Nick Comer standing the mark there for Scarborough. He decides to switch the play. Finds Eccles. Eccles can go back to Chopper Reed if he likes. No, he lowers his eyes and goes back to the captain. If the captain called for the board war, you usually kick it to him, and it's exactly what he did.
Absolutely, mate. With only 30 seconds left. Oh, could be a costly turnover here. Ball picked up. Kicked inside 50 by the Scarborough player. This could be Bradley under at the moment. Two boys going back with the ball. Chopper Reed, one of those. Ball almost left in and just out of bounds. Callan German helps push it over. About 20 seconds left.
Is the siren gone, I think? Quarter time, I could just hear it over the faint little movement in the bar here. So quarter time here at Kingsway sees the Kingsway Footy Club. They are 2-2 and Scarborough are 2-1. Major scores for each side is Braden Fairmarket's kick one in 19:34 the first quarter. Number 6 will get his name in a minute from the Kingsway. He's kick one, and goal scorers for Scarborough has been Nick Comer and Robbie Forrest. Bit of a topsy-turvy quarter, first quarter. It took just 3 minutes for Kingsway to get their first goal. It took Scarborough 15 minutes to get their first goal, but tell you what, the last probably 10 or 15 minutes, I think Scarborough's got themselves back in the contest.
Yeah, look, I agree with you, mate. And look, it's been a real good game so far. I think as this ball kind of dries up and the ground dries up a bit, things might change a little bit. But at the moment, we've got a real contest here. As we look to go to a bit of a break, Kingsway Footy Club leading this game 2-2-14. Scarborough Footy Club 2-1-13. We'll see you back here soon.
Welcome back to the Kingsway Footy Club. I tell you, Ward, when you're at a footy club and the crowd gives it to you from behind, you say you didn't tip us to win the grand final, but they apologise. The gentleman to the left.
It was rough, wasn't it?
It's the podcast lad.
Oh, Jake and Cal.
Cal and Jake, not happy lads if you're listening that you didn't tip Kingsway. We've copped it from behind here, but we have found the jumper number. For number 6 for Kingsway is Anthony Jeffrey. He's supposed to be wearing number 18, but he's wearing number 6. Maybe lost his jump on the way to the ground and had to borrow his mate.
It does happen.
6.
It's happened to the best of us.
And also Wade Moore is wearing a 24. So apologies for Mr. and Mrs. Ward and Mr. and Mrs. Jeffrey for calling your sons, but we have their number 6, Anthony Jeffrey, number 24, Wade Moore. And good game of footy so far. There he is, Robbie Steele, legend here at the Kingsway Footy Club. Good start, good first quarter.
Yeah, look, really good first quarter. Kingsway came out really strong, and look, I reckon they probably would have had almost the first 7 or 8 inside 50s of the game. Kicked that first goal there with Anthony Jeffrey being that player that kicked the first one. And look, Scarborough then were able to kind of rest back a little bit of momentum and try and even things up a little bit. Look, and it's been that class of those two players in Nick Comer and Robbie Forrest that have kicked the 2 goals for Scarborough Footy Club. But look, in the end, at the moment, Kingsway Footy Club lead this game by a point, as we're not far away from a start in the second quarter.
Absolutely. Conditions here perfect now. Did have a bit of rain early, but not so much rain now, and no breeze. Scarborough kicking to the right of the screen. Kingsway are kicking to the left of the screen. Kingsway up by 1.22 to 2-1. Thanks for your company. Streaming live on YouTube. Cam Robbins and also Ward Harris doing the calling for you this afternoon, live from the Kingsway Footy Club. I tell you what, it's packed there. Party pies, sausage rolls, beers, you name it, Ward, they're consuming over your left, mate.
Absolutely right. As we have a bounce up there and the ball goes forward there. Jolie Ashman kicking that ball forward. Well picked up by that player in Tommy Willett. Oh, good tackle there by Eccles. Ball goes forward there. Player in Chad Barnes just boots it up the line there in the way of Luke Halligan. Wasn't able to pick it up as the Scarborough player ends up.
Oh, well done.
Picking it up. Oh, great tackle there. Oh, good hit as the Kingsway player is able to spin out of trouble. The umpire says, no, son, you can't take the player's head out. And that's a free kick there to Kingsway Footy Club.
And switch to play and finds Timmy Strong. Strong tries to find Brooks. Brooks Strong under the tackle. Got one by Hyde. Umpire says a little bit too high. And I tell you what, there's been a player being decked off the ball here for Kingsway. Fermat. Keep your eye on that in a minute. He's gone down. Centre half forward of the ground. Still very ginger he is. Good strong mark at the back by the big ruckman there in Bomber. He has it now.
Yeah, young Fermark. He's
Bomber
not in a
decides to switch the play and finds Court. Court has it in the back pocket. Has it now. Decides to switch the play. Beautiful kick. Lowers his eyes and finds his teammate there. I don't think it's Fermark. We'll see who that player is in a minute. Pick him up in a minute. Scarborough, by the way, have it now and finds Joel Ashman on the far side. Ashman has it, decides to play on. Good kick down the line and good strong mark. He's been impressive too. Sean Bradley takes that mark there. It is Braden Fermark. Big loss, something happens to him.
Yeah, it's interesting. He doesn't seem to be, any specific injury. I wonder if it's an ankle or something like that. But, look, he went down pretty hard. Did Scarborough have the ball forward? Shot on goal now by Mitchie McPhee, I think that is.
Oh, a player all by himself over there in Zach Morgan.
Oh, he'll be absolutely filthy. And I don't think I've seen a goalpost shake any more than that.
But I think it was out of bounds, Ward. So,
yeah, gotcha.
Thank goodness for that. Otherwise, yes, young Zach Morgan would not be buying his teammate a beer after the game after that miss.
I wouldn't have thought so, mate.
So attack side, they are Scarborough, 20 metres out from their goal scoring opportunity. Brings the ball to the ground with a ruckman in strong for Kingsway. He brings the ball to the ground. Good ball on the contest for Scarborough. Pressure was fantastic from behind Nick Comer. Absolutely brewing effort by him. Out number 2 or 3. He only knows one way. That's Nick Comer. That's 100% at it. And good defensive pressure by him. And we're tucked away in the pocket. Still no change to the scoreboard, 2-2 to 2-1. Umpire throws a ball up. Coming late for the ruck work then was Bradley. He brings the ball to the ground. Commons at the bottom of the pack there. Umpire says, give the ball to me. But keep your eye. There could be a big loss there for Fermark, Ward, because he's one of the better players in the competition.
Oh, look, absolutely right. We will keep an eye on it as they play in Strom. Sits there and knocks the ball forward there. Oh, good pressure by both sides, but the ball just bounces around.
Daniel Whitfield for Kingsway. How good was that, mate? Threw his body on the line, 27 for Kingsway. So we're at 10 metres out from Scarborough's goal scoring opportunity here. Bradley's doing the ruck work for Scarborough. Throws his play over the ball. Brings the ball to the contest. Well done by Kingsway. Had the contest. Well done by Rob Ferris. Pressure from behind. Still ball in the forward 50. Surely hasn't got it there for Scarborough. It's Thomas Irwin. The umpire's seen that as well. And Thomas Irwin, no, it's Joel Ashman, the president. Very much a welcome addition to the Scarborough Footy Club. The president and also a former medalist as well in Jolie Ashman.
Yeah, look, he did win the best player in the A-grade competition. Now, look, Ashman's going to kick this from about 40 metres, and I'm trying to remember. I actually think this might be just on his range as well, mate. So I can't remember him being a particularly long kick of the footy. Hopefully he makes a liar on me. He goes to that ball. It's going to be right close to the line. Hits the goal post halfway up, and that's a point on the board.
Tell you what, Ward, you definitely know your players, mate. He just managed to get the distance, didn't he? He was only about 30 metres out. So 2-2 each. Eccles just gets the ball back for the 1-2 from the player there in Chad Barnes. Eccles on the left foot, beautiful kick. Spall's okay from behind for Scarborough. Brings the ball to the ground, was Harrison Court. Socket off the ground. Have the numbers here do Scarborough. Well hit over there by Drew Kent. Kent went over the top and find Ryan Sheen. Sheen on the left. Kick was ordinary, but pickup was even better than by Sean Bradley. He throws on his right boot to a one-on-one. Hitting the ground very hard there was Mitch McPhee. Ball comes to ground. Good tackle by McPhee. Kingsway player could be in trouble here. And the umpire says, no, he isn't. Give it to me. We're 25 metres out. Once again in the Scarborough attacking forward 50.
Yeah, lots of players around the ball at the moment as the umpire goes to look at throwing it up. Got Strong in the ruck there. He's been pretty good so far against Bomber as he knocks that ball forward. Comma, I think it was, kicks the ball forward just on his left foot. Where's it going to sit? Out of bounds on the full as the Kingsway Footy Club will go to kick that ball in. Good pressure by Scarborough Footy Club at the moment. They're really pressing for a goal. But Kingsway and Scarborough all tied up, 14 points each. About 5 minutes gone now in this second quarter.
So Kingsway relieve the pressure in the back pocket. Umpire says players on. Lowers his eyes, beautiful kick and finds the captain lace out in Rowan Brooks. Brooks in the true centre half back position. He can switch the play. Tries to find Leon Fraser. Good effort by the Scarborough player. Hitting the ball very hell. Well done then by Morgan. Only knew one way. That was hard out of Morgan and also Brodie and also Zach Morgan. But the umpire says we'll have that relieving pressure down back. Could be Chad Barnes. He started the game very well. Does Barnes no one to kick it to? So he lowers his eyes and does an absolute Barry Crocker. But pick off the ground was okay by Mitchell Brooks. Tackle from behind for Scarborough was fantastic. That was Luke Childs, so the umpire says, give the ball to me.
Yeah, well done by Luke Childs, but also well done by Reece Holdman. He knew he was under a fair bit of pressure, just needed to protect the ball and did it very well. As the umpire has the ball about 60 metres from the Scarborough goal. Umpire throws it up, probably knocked down there by Bomber. No clear kick as that player in Follett tried to get it out. Still bouncing around. Two players jump on the Scarborough player. Great tackle there. One of those, Liam Fraser. And the umpire says, I'll have it back, son.
There's 4 players from Scarborough about to come on there. Big switcheroo player here. Miller, looks like spinner, Mainstay coming on. Thomas Irwin coming on. And also Mitch McPhee. So rotating the players they are. Scarborough Bomber didn't have it. Umpire said, yes, he did play on. Well done then by Robbie Forrest on the left. At the bottom of the pack there is the first player who kicked the goal with Anthony Jeffrey. Umpire says, give the ball to me. Kick and a half out from Scarborough's goal. Umpire throws the ball up. Bomber wins it. Well done by Brooks. That's a throw from behind. The umpire seen that as well. Copying one behind was Rowan Brooks. I tell you what, Ward, he's carried on where he's left last year, didn't he? He's playing very well, the captain.
Absolutely. Just a powerful player and look, one of those ones you really notice him when he's out there. Uses the ball pretty well and seems to lead his team well as he kicks the ball across to Eccles, something they do really well. Hits the play in Whitfield as they just go to chip it around. Not the greatest kick, but finds Nylander. Nylander with a bit of time. Goes to kicky board. Just misses. Able to still be picked up there by the Kingsway player. I think that could be O'Connor. Goes to kick it down the ground. Good fend off there. Pushed back inside by Moore. Ball bouncing around. Kicked out again there by that player in Chad Barnes.
Good
ball
pressure
going
by
backwards.
Scarborough.
Well done by Scarborough Footy Club. And out of bounds with the umpire coming to grab the ball.
That's Harrison caught over that far side there, Ward. Just his pressure caused the turnover. And umpire says, give the ball to me. Throw the ball up. And it's Bomber doing the ruck work versus Josh Suter for Kingsway. He's been in a fairly good paddock, has Suter. Worry about that, but he's moving around the ground okay. So it's Suter versus Bomber. Suter wins that one, brings the ball to the ground. At the bottom of the pack is Scarborough play. He didn't have it, surely. The umpire said, give the ball to me. And plays a bit of a stalemate at the moment, Ward.
Yeah, look, definitely
just on 8 minutes.
Yeah, look, both teams just really trying to win a clearance and nothing really clear kind of coming out at the moment. But as that ball kind of bobbles around, everyone's going to sit there and jump. Well done there by that player, and Sheen can't quite get it out. Play there in Holman, tries to run through the pack, and we found a free kick there. Does go to that player in Jeffrey, the first goal kicker. Flicks it across to Chad Barnes. Great tackle there by the Scarborough player. Umpire says holding the ball. No, he doesn't. He lets it play. And we're going to have another ball up. Great tackle there by the player in Vallelonga. Umpire says give it to me. Probably 80 metres out now from the Kingsway goal.
So ruck work, well done by Bomber. Rove was okay, found Ashman. Ashman just toe pokes a ball on his left, tried to find the teammate there in Morgan. Morgan pressure was good on the Kingsway player in Chad Barnes. The umpire says give the ball to me. Just over 8 minutes of the second quarter, and still no one's kicked a goal this quarter, Ward.
Yeah, look at it's interesting watching Ashman and Brooks. They look to be probably those main clearance players for Kingsway and Scarborough footy clubs, respectively at the moment. And let's see if they can try and make some grounds. The umpire throws it in. Well done by the big fella there in Suter. He's able to help get the ball forward, but not the greatest kick. And chopped off by the Scarborough player there. He's assessing his options. He goes to switch it across the ground. Oh, great kick there. Well done by that player there for Scarborough Footy Club. Oh, not the greatest kick though. Spoiled there by the player in Liam O'Connor. Ball bounced around Ashman.
Oh, well done.
Great tap forward. Will it sit? Doesn't quite. Nice work by Nylander. He's able to put his body over the line. Not the greatest handball either. Well done by Holman. Goes back. Finds that player in Eccles. Hands. Looks like the ball's a bit slippy at the moment. Eccles onto his left foot. Goes to kick it up the ground. And will it sit there for Oliphant? No, it doesn't. Great mark there by that player in Ryan Sheehan. So Sheehan hands it off quickly. Probably didn't need to so quickly. Miller with the ball. Good tackle and good pressure by the Kingsway Footy Club. Sheehan ends up jumping back on the ball.
Crowd wanted the hold in the ball, Ward, didn't they?
They did indeed. They were starting to get a bit of that Kingsway passion that we've come to know and love as the umpire has the ball about 70 metres around from the Scarborough goal.
So Reece Guilford coming off a rest. He's done well. This player hasn't had possession, so well done. Vines is giving the talk to him. Good coaching them by them. Has to now do Kingsway. Kick the ball forward. And there's O'Connor versus Harrison Court. Court too good, too strong. Handballs over the top and finds Luke Spencer. Luke Spencer lowers his eyes. Good kick and finds his teammate over there in Spinner Mainstone. Spinner trying to get a 50. The left footer decides to play on, kicks the ball. Just a mongrel punt. Might work out okay. And I dropped an easy mark over the top there with Brodie Morgan. Went back in the contest, did Morgan. Found Robbie Forrest to Willett. Willett on the right. Gains a few metres. If it stays in, good defensive mark by the Kingsway player in Daniel Whitfield. He's done very well down back as Whitfield. He lowers his eyes. Good kick and finds his teammate over there. Just using the ball well in the back half. They are Kingsway. Still no goal scored in this second quarter, Ward, and we're going just on 11 minutes.
Yeah, we have indeed. Kingsway just go to slow it down there as the ball goes down the line. And no mark there. Or was the umpire? Yes, he has marked it. We can't see that player.
Tommy Willett.
Can now in Tommy Willett. Good mark by him. About 90 metres from goal.
Former Claremont product he is. Tommy Willett.
Once again slows it down. Kicks the ball just inside to a big pack. Spoiled over the top there by the player in Callan German. And out of bounds almost on the 50-metre line for Scarborough Footy Club.
One thing I noticed about the coach of Scarborough there, Paul Vineswood, he's always speaking to every single player coming off the ground, just getting himself involved in the contest. Very good coach is Paul Vines. He's like to be involved in the contest. So umpire's going to throw the ball out. Kick and a half out from Scarborough Goals. Bomber strength brings the ball to the ground, finds Robbie Forrest. Forrest didn't have it, surely. Umpire said, yes, you're dead right. And Robbie Forrest has the ball now. 60 metres out. He's a beautiful kick for goal, this young lad. Forrest a bit too far out for score here. He's going to kick it to the hot spot.
Not his greatest kick, though.
Absolutely make me look like an idiot, and he's done that very well. He's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
And he slaps himself there, and he probably realises it wasn't his best option as Kingsway go to try and move the ball in quickly. Chip back there, marked by that player in Eccles. They like to see the ball in his hands, don't they, Kingsway Footy Club?
Smart. Finds Jack Follett. Follett has it now. He can switcheroo again. Finds Reed. He can kick over the far side again. There he is, that player Chopper Reed by himself in the back pocket. Umpire said play on, son. He gone around the mark, went around pretty easily in Nick Comer. Left was okay. Well done by the Kingsway player. Hits the ball forward, very smart. Falls on the hands of O'Connor. O'Connor on the right, has it now. Sorry, that player there is O'Connor. All by himself. Pickup was okay. Sells a bit of candy. Holding the ball, son. Very, very good tackle by Scarborough. He knew the Kingsway player was out, but probably a little bit ahead of himself, Ward.
Yeah, look, he was. And I'll tell you what, if he'd got that ball out, I reckon the big ruckman in Timmy Strong, he was going to stroll into an open goal. Scarborough Footy Club have the ball now. Robbie Forrest, good kick. Beautiful up kick. The middle of the ground there and finds that player there. Tommy Irwin. Tommy Irwin goes to kick the ball. Oh, back to the player in Forest, just runs on, chips it from about
Good
70
footy.
metres out. Oh, and Mitchie McPhee can't quite hold the ball. Does the umpire say he's marked it? No, he doesn't. Swings across there. That could be Jolie. Ashman just kicks it deep. Oh, almost there by Nick Comma, and that ball goes
Good
out
contest.
of bounds.
Comma wants to get outnumbered, but how's the beautiful vision and use of the footy there by the player we keep mentioning all the time, the guy from Subiaco, Robbie Forrest. He just knows what to do when he has the footy war. Doesn't panic.
Yeah, look, he's going to be an important link-up player, and if they have a couple of those other guys come back there, and let's say Worthington and those kind of guys, they're going to be really, really damaging through that forward part of the ground.
And 5 metres out here from Scarborough. 13.53 in the second, and still no goal by either side. Bomber brings the ball to the contest. Kingsway have it now. Over the footy there is Cal German. He was okay. Tackle's even better by German. Well done. Somehow get the ball out here. Hitting the ball very hard. Harrison Court from outside 40. Harrison Court pulls the trigger. But it is a minor score.
I would have backed him in every day of the week there.
Absolutely.
I think he might have ended up with a bit more time than he thought he'd had as he kicked it from 40 metres out. And Kingsway will have this relieving kick in. Scarborough have hit the lead though, Cam Robbins.
Certainly have. Still no goal, and a pretty narrow kick out from goals. They're just starting to get tired both sides. We can have a big pre-season running laps and looking good in the mirror, but once you come out to the real nitty-gritty, the game of footy that stops starting, that's when the fatigue sets in, and very difficult to get yourself over the line sometimes.
Yeah, definitely, and I think the conditions will probably end up a bit more, bit heavier than both of these teams would have been planning, as well as the umpire goes to throw it in. Bomber, great tap there. Ball doesn't quite sit around anyone. Sheehan can't grab it, but that player there in Ashman able to just get the quick hands out. Once again, follows up beautifully. Valalonga just chips it forward. Can anyone pick it up? Yes, we have a player there that's able to pick it up. Flicks it in front of Comma, but Comma watches it go out of bounds, followed by Eccles, and the umpire will throw it in about 40 metres around from the Scarborough goal.
Good crowd here at Kingsway. Scarborough kicking to the right, is throwing Kingsway to the left. Scarborough been doing all the attacking this quarter, but they haven't troubled the goal scoreboard so far. Yet side have scored a goal. Umpire throws the ball in, brings the ball to the ground. Kingsway have the numbers. Good tackle then by, could be holding the ball by Comma. Good effort by him. Runks around the contest. Scarborough have it. Good little tap on the ground there by Luke Childs. There could be a bit of trouble here. Umpire says no, give the ball to me. So a bit of a stalemate. Still no goals for either side, and we've gone 15:45 for the second quarter.
So umpire throws it up again, knocked down by Bomber there. Ball kind of flicks around. Well done there by that player in Holman. Holman goes to kick it down the ground. Ball kind of skips around. Umpires let it go. Good handball back inboard there. Scarborough with the ball. Oh, could have been a free kick. Umpire said no. Then he said, yes, mate, you did get punched in the face. And Scotty Tyres with the mark. Just checking if he's got any eyes left. Decides to kick the ball backwards a long way.
Here's a switcheroo here. They're out. Alan Valalonga, he might have B.O. over there. It is all by himself. He'll get it now to Valalonga. Good switcheroo play by here. Lowers his eyes. Good footy Scarborough. And finds Brody Morgan. Morgan too far out from goals. He kicks it to a pocket to a 1-on-2. Good kick to space and good strong mark taken by Sean Bradley. That switcher play, the Paul Vines set play, you could see that coming a mile away.
Oh, look, absolutely right. And I think if that's what we're going to see from Scarborough Footy Club this year, just that quick switch and that really good ball use, they're going to be a very dangerous side in 2022.
Absolutely. So Sean Bradley, big lump of a lad, 40 metres out. Look good off the boot, is good off the boot, and that is a fantastic goal to Scarborough, to Sean Bradley. It's takes 17 minutes of this second quarter to finally kick a goal for either side, Ward, but it's a well-deserved goal to the Scarborough Footy Club, courtesy of Sean Bradley. Yeah,
look, absolutely, and as you mentioned, it really had been a bit of a stalemate so far. Look, Scarborough probably having more opportunities to get their ball inside 50. Kingsway probably not quite as much, but look, it was really until that really strong, quick switch of play that they were able to open the ground up, and Shawnee Bradley been good all day so far and took a great mark and never in doubt from 40 metres out. Scarborough with the first goal of this second quarter.
Fair mark still yet to come back onto the... He's probably one of the premier forwards for the competition.
Yeah, look, he is indeed, and look, that'll be a big out for him. If he is out for the game, look, let's hope it's not a long-term injury and that Kingsway Footy Club get Braden Fairmark back. But only halfway through, in the latter stages now of this second quarter, as Ashman bolts out of the stoppage. Great flick over the top there. Finds that player in Spinner Mainstone. Spinner kicks inside 50, not his greatest kick though, and going back with the flight. Great mark there by the defender there, Bailey Nylander.
So Nylander has it now in the back pocket. He tries to switch the play. Good effort. Finds his teammate there by himself. Still defensively not in a good position. They are Kingsway. Umpire says play on. He does do that. Lowers his eyes. It was a good kick under pressure. Mitchell Brooks. They have it now. Can go back to Brooks. A 1-2 here. Brooks can have it and go. He does do that. Kick around the corner. Try to find Oliphant. Oliphant hit the ball well. Good tackle from Scarborough from behind. The pressure's been fantastic. The 1-2's good. Well done by Morgan. Went and got his own footy, did Morgan. Oliphant went back in for Kingsway. Good tackle by him. Got the ball out to Morgan. Morgan going the right. Finds that man on the right foot. But it's an ordinary kick. Try to find Robbie Forrest. But good to see all players taking the game on, Ward.
Yeah, look, absolutely right. And it really shows at this level, if you don't hit those kind of targets, probably not the best kick by the player in Mitchie Brooks, and Oliphant had to do a little bit of work. And, Scarborough straight on there, and Liam Robliard, probably not the kick he would have liked, but Scarborough still with an opportunity as the ball is probably only 10 metres around from their goal.
Don't know what's happened here. Umpire's just waiting for something to go on here. This player could be...
I wonder if we could have a blood rule or something like that.
Could be a blood rule. Pick that player up in a minute.
Yeah, it must be there as Brooks has just run straight onto the ground.
Brooks has run onto the ground, so it might have been Oliphant. Attacked the ball hard, he did, but might have came off second best. The umpire says we're going to call time back on. So in the forward pocket here for Scarborough, they've done all the attacking this quarter. Boundary umpire throws the ball up. Ruckworth brings the ball down. Over the top was okay. Plays around the contest. One of those diving late there was Nick Comer, and I think he dived in the play, and the bottom of the pack gets a free kick, and that's Daniel Whitfield. He stood up well this quarter, finds Reid. Whitfield. Reid has it now. Fairly stagnant, so decides to play on. Reid goes, kicks the ball down the line. Beautiful thumping kick, half-back flank. Willett over the top. Sport to ground was okay. Roved even better by the player over there, and Wade Moore. War on the right. There's Harrison Court, has an attorney to get it, gets a handball over the top, good play by him. On the left foot, kicks the ball down the line, beautiful kick, finds his teammate Lace out there in Tommy Irwin. Irwin has it, decides to play on, kicks the ball to the centre half forward position in the hot spot over there. No one have it, over the top, falls in the hand that play over there in Thomas Irwin. He didn't know he had it, but he did. He's at the bottom of the pack here. The umpire says, give the ball to me. Seem to be blazing away, Scarborough at the moment, Ward. Not really kicking into space. They're trying to kick it more than hope in the forward 50.
Yeah, look, they do indeed, and they probably had a real opportunity which they weren't able to get. Ashman once again so clean out of the contest. Umpire says play it on as Kingsway go to clear the ball. Almost picked up there by the player in O'Connor. Flicks it out to Holdman. Holdman, good attack of the footy, but great tackle there by that Scarborough the player as the ball goes to bounce inside 50. No one able to get that ball out. Umpire says give it to me. 55 metres around from the Scarborough Footy Club goal.
Tell you what I've noticed about Scarborough this year, Ward, the tackling pressure by them compared to last year is totally different.
Oh, look, it is indeed, isn't it? And look, the player they seem to be missing around the contest, Kingsway at the moment, is that player in Mitchie Brooks. They're playing him deep forward, and I think that could be with Furmark not on the ground at the moment. But free kick here to the Kingsway Footy Club, and they'll get to relieve the pressure a little bit.
Got one high, they did, the Kingsway player.
Might be Eccles, possibly. No, that's that player in Jake Follett.
So Follett has it. True centre half back position for Kingsway. So Follett decides to switch play. Finds a teammate over there who's been very good afternoon, Daniel Whitfield. He can switch the play well. And they have it here to Kingsway. Just using the ball well, kicking the ball down the line. There's a 2-on-1. Can switch the play again. Oh, well done. Oh. Good effort then by Joel Ashman, but unfortunately wasn't a mark to the Kingsway player and Lockie Ricketts. But unfortunately, Ashman, he tried, but the mark was still there, Ward. Oh,
look, it was, and good pressure by Ashman, though. At least it was able to slow him up a little bit as Kingsway went to move that ball in. Kingsway with the ball now. Lockie Ricketts marks it about 70 metres from his own goal. Just a great chip up the ground. Follett after that hit ends up moving on, and they're out here. This could be Chad Barnes with the ball, I think it is. Chip kick inside 50. Oh, he was called out of it, was Liam O'Connor. The captain there in Ryan Brooks drops it. Good clearing kick by Scarborough Footy Club. But it's chopped off by Jakey Follett, 70 metres out from goal. Chips across, fine Holdman. Holdman chips it inside 50, not the greatest kick, spoiled by Robliard. Ball bounces down, tackle straight away. What's the umpire going to say?
Give the ball to me. Tuss off the boot, I think. Good pressure by both sides. So 23 to go on in the second quarter. Scarborough 3-3. Kingsway a 2-2. They haven't scored so far this quarter. Scarborough have it. Good effort by Sheen on the left. Kicks around the quarter. Tried to find his teammate in Morgan. Morgan running. Put a pressure on the player over there in Nylander. Nylander and Morgan. Morgan gets there again. Good effort by him. Can handball over the top and finds Ashman. Ashman's been prolific in the midfield. Finds Sheen. Sheen's tackle from behind. Could be in trouble there. Could be holding the ball. Umpire says play on. Tackle was okay then by Moore. Somehow Kingsway kicked the ball forward. Kick around the corner is okay by the Anthony Jeffrey. Jeffrey on the right. Try to find his captain there, Brooks. Brooks is outnumbered. Good effort by Scarborough. He's got to keep his feet. It could be in a bit of trouble. And good effort in the end by Lukey Spencer. And we're about 5 metres out from the Kingsway Footy Club's goal scoring area. And they're having trouble with the goal score so far this quarter. Ward.
Yeah, very good. Well done by Spencer there. He had Liam O'Connor right on his hammer, and I reckon if that ball had stayed in, we're in a bit of trouble, and Kingsway would have been looking at their third goal as the umpire throws it in. 2 ruckmen go up. Kingsway knocks it forward. The captain in Brooks there on his left foot, not quite able to snap it towards goal. Follows up beautifully, but jumped on by 2 Scarborough players as he gets wrestled over the boundary line, and the umpire will throw it in about 30 metres around from the Kingsway goal. 1 minute left in this second quarter.
Can they somehow sneak a goal out of here in the last minute? Probably under the minute now. 45 seconds of this second quarter. There's the players on the bottom of the ground there.
What's
bit
the
tight has been Brooks. Umpire says give the ball to me. And looks like, don't know what's happened there. A Scarborough player is going to get a kick, and there's been a yellow card here for the Kingsway Football Club player. A yellow card. Didn't see that. The umpire did.
Lukey Halligan coming off the ground. And
that is not good effort by him. But just about coming up to half-time was a tactical manoeuvre.
You going with that, I'm happy with that as well, mate. No,
it's just unfortunate. Shouldn't have gave the kick, and that is half-time here. No malice here. So the half-time here at the Kingsway Football Club C. Scarborough 3-3-21. Kingsway are 2-2-14. Major goal scorers for Scarborough, Nick Commer, Robert Forrest and Sean Bradley for Scarborough. And for Kingsway, Braden Furmark, who we haven't seen since going down about the 8-minute mark of the second quarter, at Anthony Jeffrey. So good first half of pressure. Not much goal scorer kicked in that quarter. 1 goal for the whole quarter, Ward, but maybe that's what pressure does to you, and it's the first game. Obviously the players starting to get a little bit tired. Yeah, look, they definitely are, and I kind of had that feeling with about 5 minutes left in that quarter that you could see both for this next 15 minutes, get some instructions from the both coaching groups about how to go about this second half. But look, it's been a taxing first half of footy here in the round 1 game between Kingsway and Scarborough Footy Club. I think we're still set up for a contest, though, Cam. Absolutely. It took 17 minutes to score a goal that quarter by either side. That's courtesy of Sean Bradley. And he's played a fairly good game down forward for Scarborough Footy Club is Sean Bradley, being one of their players, better players for him. I think better players for Scarborough. Joel Ashman's been outstanding in the middle of the ground. Welcome return to the club to the present. Also, Robbie Forrest has done very good up forward, and Harrison Court as well. And the big fella, Bomber, has done okay. Better players so far for Kingsway in the first half. Their Ward. Oh, look, the captain in Ryan Brooks has been very, very good so far. I think just his leadership and his ability to get the hands on the ball nice and early has been good. Timmy Strong, we weren't sure how he was going to go in the ruck. We haven't seen him before, but I think he's been quite admirable. Probably as that lead ruckman against Bomber. And look, the other players there, Benny Reid and Daniel Whitfield, have both been absolutely outstanding out back. James Eccles using a lot of the ball as well. And look, those are probably the prime movers, I think, for Kingsway Footy Club. But look, as we go to half-time here now at Kingsway Reserve, Scarborough Footy Club leading this contest 3-3-21. Kingsway Footy Club a bit to do, 2-2-14. We'll see you after a short break, and look forward to seeing you for this second half. Welcome back to the Kingsway Footy Club half-time here. See Scarborough at 3 goals 3, Kingsway are 2 goals 2. Both sides making their way out on the ground, and so far Ward still can't see Braden Furmark, so big loss for the Kingsway Footy Club.
Yeah, look, we're watching them just run out onto the ground at the moment. Kingsway Footy Club to the left of screen. There's no number 37 out there for Kingsway Footy Club. So look, we'll see if we can get an update on, their leading goal scorer from the 2021 season. But look, possibly a really big out, and hopefully it's not a major injury.
Interesting too, see Paul Vines, the coach of the Scarborough Footy Club, Ward, to the right of the screen, mate. They took all their players into the shade rather than going in these hot and humid change rooms at the Kingsway Footy Club. So very smart by the coach there and Paul Vines, just in the open air. Just a bit of fresh air as well, so good effort by him taking his players over there. How do you see the second half turning out there? Before that, you got any scores around the ground? Yeah, look, the old Perth Footy League website, it's got a couple of games going on there. So, look, shout out to any of the A-grade clubs. If there is an opportunity, let's keep the listeners updated throughout the year. We've got scores from what I can see in a couple of games. So we've got North Freo versus North Beach. I thought it was originally across at North Beach's Oval, but it's actually down at Gil Fraser. And I'm going to say it's probably around the half-time kind of mark. But North Freo leading that game, 5 goals 131. North Beach 3 goals 523. So North Freo just with the coach Anthony Rock just leading that one. And the other game that we've got a score from Curtin Wesley down at South Oval, down at their home ground. Hard to beat them down there, mate.
Yeah, last year's grand finalists. Kicked off pretty well against the new guys in West Coast Footy Club. Curtin Wesley leading that one, 7 goals 345, 2 goals 113 to West Coast Footy Club. So possibly a tough first half for them down at South Oval, but no scores from the other games in Basso and TAs. And the other one in University and CBC. But look, as we mentioned, Scarborough Footy Club currently leading this one by 7 points as we get close to this second half, mate. How do you see the second half going?
Well, pretty interesting to Scarborough, because I've noticed Big Bomber's been rucked all day by himself with no really opportunity to relieve him. So if he goes down or he gets tired, Scarborough could have a bit of a problem there. Maybe the big fella, Sean Bradley, might do some ruck work for him, but at the moment he's rucked all day by himself. He does the kick behind the play, so if it stands up, they could go okay. And but I still think my early prediction here in Scarborough, I'm still going to stick by that, I would have thought. But conditions here are perfect. No sign of rain now, no breeze. Scarborough will be kicking to the left of the screen this quarter, and Kingsway wearing the big V Ward, they'll be kicking to the right of the screen. Yeah,
absolutely. And we've probably seen the team going to the right of screen at the moment. Has probably dominated the quarters so far. So it'll be interesting to see what the Kingsway Footy Club can put out to start this third quarter. The big man in Tim Strong leading the ruck for Kingsway Footy Club has been very good so far. Probably a bit of a surprise for both me and Cam, who hadn't seen him before.
And they're throwing Robbie Forrest in the midfield for
Excellent, mate. I like that. So we'll see how Robbie Forrest goes in there as the umpire holds the ball aloft. Cam Robbins, let's get this third quarter underway.
Certainly on the middle of the ground. Here we have Strong versus Bomber. Strong won that. Kingsway get it, put the ball forward. Harrison Court reading the play here. Well done by Willett. Hit the ball play. Went back to him. Handball over the top was okay. Well done by Willett. Spinner Jones, good effort by him from the far side, but rucks in the contest here. Good effort by Tom Willett then, Ward. Just left his player, took the opportunity to relieve his teammate there in Harrison Court. So good effort by that young lad. Yeah,
absolutely right, and good pressure so far as the umpire throws it up. The 228s go out with it. Bomber probably wins that one there. Holdman tries to get the ball. Oh, good handball out by the captain there, but that player in there in Spinner kicks or handballed it out, it kicked it forward. Good knock forward, good pressure on the ball by both sides. The ball kicks forward. Oh, the player there with the wheels was Hooper, wasn't quite able to get it, but that player there from Kingsway was able to get it out, and Hooper does kick it inside 50. Oh, great kick, but he's given away a free kick.
Didn't like that, Zolifant.
No, he didn't indeed. And the play there for the Scarborough Footy Club with the ball is that player, I think, could be Drew Kent. So Kent goes to kick the ball long down the line.
Good mark.
And just going back.
Ordinary kick, really. Kicked it to a 2-on-1 and Kingsway has it through. Connor lowers his eyes. Beautiful kick off. Follett dropped an easy mark, then tried to claim the free kick, but it wasn't there. Scarborough have it through Morgan. Handball over top was okay. Good run and carry finds Rob Forrest. Forrest on the right, very smart play. Kicks over the top, good kick, and then finds a teammate there in Bradley. Bradley decides to play a pretty ordinary kick. It could have had comma. All by himself. Eccles has it. Pressure was okay. A 2-on then by Scarborough. Good effort by the Scarborough player there in Irwin. The pressure was okay, but what was he thinking? They should have kicked it to number 7 on by himself, Nick Comer. Don't know what they're thinking then, Scarborough, but might rule the roost there, but Kingsway have it. The kick was okay, tried to find his teammate over there, Liam Fraser. Fraser overran it. Kingsway, good tackle from behind. Pressures here by both sides. Early stage of the third quarter, Ward, is very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely right. Ryan McCabe and Reece Holman. Holman's so strong at the footy. He just plays that midfield role really well. His pressure is absolutely exceptional. As the runner goes to come out on the ground for Kingsway Footy Club. Chetty Barnes not feeling the best. Looks like he's okay as the runner comes off the ground. Umpire throws it up there. Bomber knocks it out. Knocked forward by Sheen. Vellalonga handballs out. Terrible handball there.
Good
Picks up by Ricketts.
By
and great tackle by
Tommy
Willett's
going to be holding the ball. Geez, that was a fan. He left his player again, did Tom Willett. Like I said, the handball was ordered by Vellalonga, put his player under pressure, but the Willett, second effort by him was fantastic. Switcheroo was okay. Teammate kicks it there, and Luke Spencer kicks it to the right, and good kick. He dropped an easy mark over there with Sean Bradley. No, umpires played it a chop, and good effort. This kick on goal can take your hand down to Tommy Willett there, Ward. His second and third effort was very, very good.
Yeah, very good. And look, they're starting to make the ground look big already as he goes to kick the ball inside 50 as Bradley and finds Mitch McPhee, very smart forward. He's marked the ball probably 30 metres out on a pretty tough angle. And he'll have the first set shot on goal for this third quarter.
This play very well from West Perth, Ward. Can he put this through?
Yeah, look, he's more of one of those play-on kind of players, I would have thought. But Mitchy McPhee goes in, kicks through the footy. It's not a bad kick, but just out to the right-hand side. And that's a behind for a missed shot on goal. Another point on the board for Scarborough Footy Club as they go to increase their lead only early in this second half.
Gone 3:29 of the third quarter. Scarborough 3 goals 4, Kingsway 2 goals 2. Cam Robbins and Ward Harris doing the calling for you this afternoon. Thanks for your company. Good kick by Kingsway. Finds his teammate over there in Ryan McCabe. He decides to play on. Kick the ball down the line. Ball over the top. Well done by Harrison Court. Left his player. Tim Strong had it, lost it, and then good sprawl over there by Harrison Court. So right in front of the commentary box here at the Kingsway Footy Club. Just over 4 minutes have gone in this third quarter, the premiership quarter here. Bound umpire throws the ball in. Big Bomber doing the ruck work, tack work, beautiful. Tried to find Robbie Forrest. He socks the ball off the ground. Could be deliberate.
Surely the umpire
certainly is.
Oy, I think he's a bit unlucky there, Robbie Forrest, shaking his head. As the captain here with Ryan Brooks with the ball. Assesses his options. Looks like he's going to go straight up the line, I reckon. Umpire says bring it around a bit further, son.
So here he is. Brooks has it. The captain has been a good day by him this afternoon. Wardy's played well. Brooks goes down the line. Big spoil by Bomber. Good effort by him. The 1% was good. Ball still in play by Oliphant. Kicks it in, but surely it was out of play, and it was. Yeah,
the water runner kind of holding his arms out going, look, champ, I think that was out of bounds. The boundary umpire gets around and goes, yeah, look, that's a fair point. I'll have it back, and I'll go and throw it in about probably 80 metres around from the Kingsway goal.
Nick Commer's come off the ground there for Scarborough at Ward.
Just for a bit of rest, hopefully, as the no one really able to knock that ball out, but Follett just kicks it forward. Scarborough with the relieving kick, and good mark there by that player in Zach Morgan.
Morgan's going to switch the play here. Oh, kick. Oh, Callaghan read it, but didn't mark it. Well, sorry, it was O'Connor. They have the ball again, do Scarborough, and finds their President Jolly Ashman. He can play on by hands, finds Morgan. Morgan can lower his eyes. The switcheroo is on now here, running hard at the contest, and standing under the contest was very good. Reid hit the play very well. Handball was okay by Scarborough. Good passage of play here. Chain of handballs okay, can lower the eyes all by himself over the here's a big fella in Sean Bradley. He takes one bounce, kicks through the ball, and he has absolutely missed everything. Sean Bradley, come and sit with me, son.
Unlucky
that was
there.
Very, very ordinary.
Jeez, he had so many options. He had Irwin kind of on a short lead that he probably could hit up as well. But look, the one thing I've noticed so far in this quarter, Cam, is Scarborough seem to be starting to find numbers ahead of the ball and look like they could run over Kingsway at the moment.
So Kingsway have it through James Eccles on the left. A mongrel punt over the top, standing down the ground was very good over there in Jack Spencer. Spencer on the right. Oh, Robbie Forrest dropped an easy mark. Doesn't usually drop those. Ricketts has it. Gets it. Court stands under the contest. There's Ashman. Only knows one way. Tackled high. Still got the footy as Ashman stands under the contest. Yeah, the umpire said he copped one high, and he did do that. Geez, there's a good game. This president of the footy club, Joel Ashman, Ward, he just accumulates the footy.
He does have that feeling like a Benny Harding from last year, doesn't he? Where he's just going to accumulate and get the ball as Eccles gets the ball. Trusty left foot just kicks it to open space. There's that player there in Liam O'Connor trying to use his wheels. Picked up there by Mitchie O'Neill. Well done. Spins around.
Good kick.
Finds that open play. I think that might be Forrest on that far side.
It certainly is. Those bright orange boots. Robbie Forrest
Can't
has been
miss him.
okay. Decides to play on. Kick down the line. Beautiful. Finds Bomb with a one-on-one, brings the ball to the contest. Bombo, very agile for a big fella, and he decides to kick the ball around the corner to the hot spot over there. Ball's on the ground. Scarborough have numbers. Well done by Kingsway. The pressure, the tackle from behind for the Scarborough player was absolutely awesome. Pick that player up in a minute. He's just thrown himself hard on the contest.
Looks like it could have been McPhee, I reckon.
Yeah, geez, that was a good effort by that lad. So 5 metres out from the Scarborough scoring area. Has it now. Ruckwork was okay. Kingsway have the number. Toe pokes the ball forward. Stands on the contest. Scarborough have it here. Kick around the left was okay. Gains about 35 metres here. Pretty ordinary kick. Stands up pretty ordinary effort. Irwin, good tackle. Could be holding the ball. Umpire said certainly wide. Good pressure by Kingsway. Aiken to relieve the pressure through Holdman.
Yeah, and Reece Holdman with the ball. And look, the pressure from Scarborough Footy Club have been excellent so far. Umpires found something, and that ball's ended up hitting the young fella in Liam Fraser in the back of the head. The umpire says, look, there's a free kick here, and it'll be 50 metres coming up the ground.
Good sign. Nick Commer coming back on for Scarborough, along with Reece Guilfey, number 20 for Scarborough, and also Reece Sheen. So a lot of rotations here by the Scarborough coach there in Paul Vines.
Just keeping their players fresh, Cam.
Certainly are. They have it now through Kingsway. They can switch the play and find Wade Moore. More marks. Standing the ground there is Nick Commer. He's kicked one so far, Commer. And good kick down the line by Wade Moore. Thump over the top by Bomber was very good. Oliphant has it. Shown a bit of pace was Oliphant, but good pressure by the Scarborough play. Then Liam Robillard. And the umpire says, give the ball to me, Ward.
Yeah, the big fella there in Oliphant, he's got some wheels actually, hasn't he? So
and hard at the contest too.
Yeah, he's going to be an interesting player to watch throughout the year as the umpire has the ball, looking to throw it back in just on the 50-metre line to Ruckman. Go up there. Strong's in there. Probably knocks that ball down. No one able to kind of get it. Scarborough with the ball. Just kicks it out there. It's going to sit there and land there for that play and more. That ball might have been out of bounds already. Umpire says no play on.
Out in the full this time.
It is out on the full this time. And a free kick across to the Scarborough Footy Club. And they'll look to relieve the pressure. Plays on now was that player in Spinner Mainstone.
Good kick.
Finds the player in Harrison Court. His long left foot kick straight up the boundary line.
Good mark.
Great mark there. Plays on. He's got plenty of space in front of him. That player now in Sheehan.
Lewis
Sheehan,
Miller's
he's a
all by
dangerous
himself.
player.
Kick it over the top to Miller. Miller's all by himself. Oh, Reid. Well done by Reid.
Outstanding.
Second effort by Ben Reid was awesome, but falls in the hand of Louis Miller, and he's hit the post. Take a bow, Ben Reid.
Two stories there. Scarborough Footy Club could have done so much more, but that player in Ben Reid couldn't have done much more.
Unbelievable. Beat two players, brought the ball to the ground, and they would have been shot without him, and he's put in a good effort. And Kingsway have it now, finds the captain over there in Brooks. Brooks decides to play on and switcheroo. Good, just about one-handed mark over the top then by Josh Suter, but he's missed it. Goes back in the contest as Suter. Good hard running by Brooks. Can handle the ball over the top or kick it. He does the ladder. Harrison Court stands on the contest. Good tackle. One behind. Could be holding the ball here. And it is. Good pressure by Kingsway there in Ryan McCabe. Pressure on Harrison Court was very, very good. And that started from down here. Take a bow, Ben Reid.
Yeah, look, absolutely exceptional. And they were able to transition that ball so quickly there. Great to see the captain involved in two parts of that passage of play. It looked smart by Ryan McCabe there. He didn't end up getting the footy, but he was just able to pressure the state player in Harrison Court. McCabe will go back, leans back on that footy.
Beautiful kick.
Important kick for the Kingsway Footy Club and puts their first goal through since that first quarter, Cam Robbins.
Certainly, it was 11:03 of the third quarter. Ward, that's when they've kicked their third goal. The last goal came at the 19:34 of the first quarter, so it's been a long time between drinks for Kingsway. And the old saying, Ward, boy, did they need that, and they did.
Absolutely, they did. And it's been a seesawing contest in this third quarter. Scarborough came out that strongly, and they're finding a lot of space ahead of the ball at the moment. But look, that effort, as you mentioned there, by Ben Chopper-Reid, absolutely exceptional. Saved a certain goal, and they were able to go the other way and find that goal through that young player in Ryan McCabe. And the margin definitely tweaked back now. Just a 4-point lead to a Scarborough Footy Club about halfway through this third term.
It's the middle ground. Wade Moore doing the ruck work this time for Scarborough. For Kingsway. Bomber unchanged. The ruck work by Bomber was fantastic. Sheen was good through the midfield. Kicks the ball on his boot. So he's a half-forward flank. There's Comer by himself. Well done then by Eccles. Handball's okay to Rob Forrest. Forrest threw one on his left. Gains a few metres. Good effort by Irwin. The tackle's okay on Chad Barnes. Barnes' second effort was very good. Stood under the contested Barnes.
Ooh.
Play didn't have it. Was Kingsway. Umpire called play on. They have it. Ball to Scarborough here. On the ground was okay. There's number 12 there, Louis Miller. Keeps the ball in play. There's Miller. He's not going to kick this, surely. Oh, well done by Eccles. Saved another goal. And they're peppering away in the goals. They are 3-7 Scarborough. Kingsway are 3-2. They're up by 5 points, Scarborough. They're doing it the very hard way, Ward.
Yeah, they are indeed. And look, that could have been a goal of the round contender if Jamesy Eccles hadn't got the old back heel on it. He finds himself with the ball now. He'll end up using that left-footed as he just goes to wander out of the contest. Great long kick. Goes in the direction of a couple of big fellas, just straight over the top. And that is a free
play
kick
on
there.
To advantage.
Says play on. Good kick there by that player
out here.
in Jeffrey. Well done. Finds a big player in Strong. Follett. He'll end up with the ball in his hands. 35 from goal. Doesn't even take a bounce. Strolls in. And that's 2 in 2 minutes for Kingsway Footy Club.
Certainly do. They're starting to put the afterburners on now, Kingsway. And they kicked 2 goals in under 2 minutes. They have at the moment it's that run and carry from the back line by, once again, set up by Jamesy Eccles. That beautiful left foot kick. Kicking the ball down the line, and they've hit the front once again, Kingsway. 4-2, and Scarborough 3-7.
Yeah, look, they just found him napping, didn't they? There was that free kick there against the big ruckman in the near the middle of the ground, and Kingsway just kept running forward and were able to get that overlap and the ball over the top very quickly. And Jakey Follett, once he gets that ball in his hands and gets those wheels motoring, look, he was never in doubt from there.
So they're up by 1 point at the moment, aren't they? 4-2, they're scored kicking 26, Scarborough 3-7, 25.
Oh, I think they are. I think we got 4 goals. I'm trying to do my maths here, mate.
4-2 to 3-7, 3-6 is 18. 18 plus 7 is 25. So it's 3-7, 25, mate. There you go.
Well done by you.
The mathematics, love me maths at school.
Mate, that was good.
The middle ground once again. They have it here. Strong versus Bomber. Once again, he's been fantastic. The captain, Brooks, he throws the ball on his boot. Guelphy and Oliphant. Guelphy, one-on-one was okay. Stood his feet. Well done by Guelphy. Shepherd was okay. Yeah, good kick to Guelphy. Stood his feet. That's what happens. There's Guelphy has it. Tucked away in the back pocket. Nothing to kick to. Does Reece Guelphy just kicks the ball on his boot. Gains a few metres over here. There he is, Reid. He's been outstanding again. Ben Reid.
Very, very good player. Look, absolutely crucial in the premiership last year, and between him and Whitfield, probably unheralded a little bit, but they kept the big key forwards, at bay last year for Curtin Uni as the umpire.
Yeah, Robbie Forrest got one from back. Definitely needing the back by Holdman. And there's a veteran, Robbie Forrest. He's played good in his first game for Scarborough Ward.
Yeah, look, he's been pretty good. He's probably had a couple of things not quite go his way, but definitely adds that extra level of class as he throws to a open kind of contest. Ball gets knocked forward there. Good hands there by Irwin. Finds that. President Ashman. Ashman's smart.
It's a throw away down the ground. You can't throw a player after you've had the footy. And Ryan McCabe, that was very ordinary footy.
Yeah, look, he did a really good thing before to lay that tackle and kick a goal, but look, he might have given a one way here as the player in Louis Miller who's been very good on debut. Going to be a tough shot from here though, mate. Absolute.
Miller tucked away in a pocket. Take a good kick from there. It's about 30 metres out. Difficult angle. It's taken his time though, the Melbourneite. And well done then by Jolly Ashman. So here he is, Louis Miller. Taking a deliberate shot for goals. Looks good off the boot, and it is off the boot. That's a fantastic kick by Louis Miller. Beautiful kick by him. But hats off to Joel Ashman. Not so good effort then by Ryan McCabe, because that has cost them a goal, Ward.
Yeah, absolutely. And, really important goal for Scarborough Footy Club. Kingsway had been able to kick 2 in 2 minutes and probably taken that momentum as we were, starting to get to the, past the halfway point of this third quarter. But great kick by Louis Miller. Been excellent on debut, and that's probably our goal of the day so far, I would say, mate.
Yeah, good set shot. Wasn't under a bit of pressure. Needed that one, and beautiful kick straight over the goal umpire's head. But geez, Joel Ashman, he's accumulated the ball a lot this afternoon. The president with a helmet, he just gets the footy.
Yeah, look, he does indeed, and probably go and look head-to-head with Brooks as probably the two most influential midfielders. Brooks, he just seems to have that way of wrapping around and getting the contest off the ground at the moment. So, look, we'll see who wins this clearance as the umpire has the ball.
It's Bomber has a ruck work over to Strong. Hit it off to Robbie Forrest. Forrest just kicks the ball on the foot. Well done. Stood in his ground. Surely didn't have it. Was the Scarborough player. Scarborough's umpire said yes, he did. That was Morgan. Effort by Reed was good. The tackle was even better by Zach Morgan. The brothers have done pretty well. Keep the ball in forward 50. The umpire says give the ball to me. 45 minutes out from Scarborough's goal scoring opportunity. Bomber versus Holman. Bomber's second effort was okay. Socks the ball on. Kingsway have it. Valonga, good pressure from behind. He could relieve the ball again. Was Valonga. Caught one high at Valonga, or it might be over the shoulder. Umpire says no. Held to him by Ryan McCabe. He gave that ordinary free kick a couple of minutes ago.
And the umpire with the ball there. Throws it up. Good knockdown there by Bomber, but straight to that player again in McCabe, I think it was. Not a great kick, and turned over straight to that player in Lukey Spencer. So Luke Spencer goes to move the ball on. Just kicks it up to the hot spot. Not the greatest kick. But geez, it was well done there, and I think that could be Mitchie McPhee possibly.
Nicky Comer.
Oh, that is Nicky Comer, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, well done by Nick Comer there. I'm got about 3 spectators deep in front of me at the moment, but and good kick by Comer. He wasn't able to take the mark. Might be a bit of a bad mistake. Comer picks it back up, just tries to lower his eyes a little bit. Smart kick, and almost taken over the top there was that player. He brushes his head, said, I'm going to feel that one
Ryan
tomorrow.
Sheen.
But could be a mark there. It might be, Ryan Sheen who has that mark now.
Once again, Comer. Okay, could have blazed away at goals, couldn't he, Ward? But he just lowered his eyes, kick it to a player in a better position, and that player was the captain in Ryan Sheen. And we definitely need a captain's goal by this young lad, Ryan Sheen. 40 metres out, directly in front, Ward, and you'd probably kick this in your day, I reckon, mate.
Absolutely right. Maybe not off the left foot as Sheen goes to kick through, and it's absolutely gone right across the face, and that's out of bounds on the full.
Peppering away the goals so far. The last couple of minutes, Scarborough, there's Eccles decides to switch the play. It had to be a picture-perfect kick, and it was, and find his teammate there in Bailey Nylander. Eccles is running on to the receive the footy. He just does that, lowers his eyes once again, tries to find his teammate. The pressuring by Scarborough is fantastic. Valolonda has it. That's holding the ball, son, and he is. Eccles been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah,
he's been very good, accumulating a lot of the footy, generally hitting his targets pretty well, and just an excellent player for Kingsway. Adam Valolonga, probably not one of his stronger games so far.
Hope he hasn't been out the sauce last night, Ward, I don't know, but
no,
he's been
I wouldn't
pretty
have
ordinary.
thought so, mate. But as Kingsway go to clear the ball bouncing around there, umpire lets it go. Good pressure there, Ryan Brooks in there as well. Good pressure by both sides, no one able to quite pick it up. Everyone jumps on the ball.
In a bit of trouble there.
It is indeed. We found a free kick there, and it'll go to the Kingsway Footy Club holding the ball.
I think it's Brooks. He's been fantastic, hasn't he?
He has indeed, as he goes to hand that ball off. Good kick there. Just out to the left-hand side. No one able to pick it up yet. Good follow through. Good handball back. Straight back to that player as well. Just lowers his eyes. Does that player? I think that might be Holdman.
And Eccles has it now. He decides to switch the play to Reed. One of the best on the ground, this lad, Benny Reed. Chopper lowers his eyes, beautiful kick, and finds his teammate Lace out, and Cal German. German can also go down the line and finds Luke Halligan. Halligan decides to play on, use his trusting left foot. Well done by Court, put his body on the line. Ashman stood on it. There he is, handball's okay. Went back to Court. Court can lower. There's a 2-on-1 here. Scarborough have it, and to find Brodie Morgan. He can chip over the top to find the big fella there in Comer. Comer can take a bounce. There's no one ready, and take another bounce, can handball and draws the play to find that play. Caught one high, surely. Play on again to advantage. Goes that player, goes Luke Childs. Luke Childs on the left. Kicks it to a 1-on-1. And good mark over the top. And excellent play, Scarborough. And good effort by them, running hard at the contest. Scarborough just had the numbers, Ward, didn't they? Another numbers just ran forward to the 50, and good effort by them.
Yeah, look, excellent. And the kick from Luke Childs was absolutely exceptional. He just kicked it to that slight advantage of the big fella there.
And Robbie Forrest.
Yeah, Robbie Forrest. And Forrest just able to use all that experience and, his body size as well to take a mark. And he'll sit there and go, what should be a gimme goal, straight in front. And it is for the Scarborough Footy Club.
And that's his second, Robbie Forrest. Kicked one in the first quarter. He's kicked another one in the second. And class comes to the top, and that's what Robbie Forrest is. The veteran from Subiaco. Good goal for them, and it's a steady for Scarborough.
Yeah, it is indeed. And I think we find ourselves with probably just over 3 minutes left to go now. In this third quarter, Scarborough Footy Club just starting to break away a little bit, and we're setting ourselves up for an absolutely beautiful fourth quarter.
5-7 to 4-2. They did hit the front at one stage, Kingsway, Ward, and they've come back with 2 goals, Scarborough. That's 16-26 of the third minute, and then 21-48 of the third quarter. So not too long to go now, just under 3 minutes of this third quarter. And Scarborough start to show a bit of class at the moment. Can Kingsway add on? Hang on, sorry. Middle of the ground once again. Moore doing the right work. Good effort by him. There's the President again. He's been fantastic. Ashman gets the ball over the top. Smart kicking in by Sheen. 1-on-2 was okay. Spinner had it, lost it. Kingsway have the numbers here. No, I was holding the ball. Good decision by the umpire.
That player in Rowan Brooks again, mate.
He's just accumulated the footy, isn't he?
Yeah, look, and obviously his pressure and his physical presence is absolutely exceptional. That's why he's the captain of the Kingsway Footy Club. As he just lowers his eyes, he kicks it across ground. Good kick and even better mark by that young player there in Mitchie Brooks. Brooks plays on, finds the open player on that far side. Might be Lukey Halligan, possibly. I think it is Halligan. Kicks it down the line on.
Beautiful kick.
Player all by himself in Kieran Hooper. We haven't seen a lot of Hooper as he goes to kick it inside 50. Not the greatest kick.
He ran out of bounds, I think. And the umpire the boundary umpire was right on it. Imagine that, all by yourself, Ward, and then you run out the boundary line.
Probably not the mistake you want to make at the moment. With about just under 2 minutes left now in this third quarter.
About 70 metres out from the Kingsway goals. They're kicking to the right of the screen. They trail at the moment. 4-2 to 5-7. Boundary umpire throws the ball up. Ball my rucked all day by himself. Good effort by him. Comes the ball to the ground. Pace to the middle of the pack. The Scarborough player was very good. Tried to find the teammate over there, Mitch McPhee. McPhee under pressure over there. But McPhee smart. Can kick the ball to a 1-on-2. Thomas Irwin has it. Pressured by Eccles. Robbie Forrest on the bottom of the pack is a bit slow, Robbie. Those knees just aren't going, son. Umpire says, give the ball to me, Robbie.
And I think if that ball had just sat that little bit nicer for him, it would have gone inside 50 there, and we would have had a bit of a one-on-one, which might have led to another goal. But look, about a minute left now in this last quarter. Moore goes up in the ruck, but forced forward by the Scarborough Footy Club. Mitch McPhee underneath it. Sits beautifully there for that player in Louis Miller.
Smart.
Ball goes forward there. Irwin can't quite get it going.
Comma
strolls into an open
smart
goal. And another goal for the Scarborough Footy Club. Nick Commer's second for the game, and Scarborough now increase that lead as we tick into almost the end of the third quarter.
Just the class of those Scarborough players, those seasoned players, Ward, Robbie Forrest, Jolie Ashman, just those seasoned professional players. They just have cool heads under pressure.
Yeah, look, and all players that weren't here with them last year, and I think that's why we think they're going to be one of the big improvers in 2022. Look, if those guys have that impact that they've had today, going to be a real force in the A-grade competition.
Absolutely. I think that's three-quarter time, and it certainly is. The siren's just gone, so Scarborough here are 6-7. Kingsway are 4-2. The major goal scorers for each respective side. Nick Commer's kicked 2, 1 in the first and 1 in the third. 2 also to Robbie Forrest, much similar, 1 in the first and 1 in the third. And single goal scorers to Louis Miller, like Ward said, probably the goal of the day, and Sean Bradley. And single goal scorers, Jake Follett kicked 1 that quarter. Ryan McCabe also 1 that quarter. Braden Furmark, who hasn't seen since the early stage of the second, and Anthony Jeffrey. But Kingsway got in front, Ward, at the 13-minute mark of the third quarter, but then Scarborough's nailed 3 goals in fairly quick succession.
Yeah, look, they have, and they probably deserve to be the lead in this game. As we go into the last quarter, it's probably something we predicted at the beginning, but look, when Kingsway were able to get up and going, they did what we saw them do last year, which was they're able to kick goals very, very quickly as they run over the top of sides, but they're going to need to do a little bit more of that today. Look, we set ourselves up for a really good fourth quarter, mate.
So live in Kingsway, we're going to take a short break and then, mate, 3/4 time here for the round 1 clash of the 2022 Perth Footy League Season C. Scarborough 6 goals 7, Kingsway 4 goals 2. Welcome back to the Kingsway Footy Club. 3/4 time as both sides make them back onto the ground. And at the moment, Scarborough 6-7 to Kingsway 4-2. Updating the other scores around the ground there, Ward.
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to guess probably around 3/4 time, and I'm not exactly sure, but that North Freo North Beach game down at Gil Fraser. Look, North Beach started to turn the screws on, leading that game by 17 points now, 7 goals, 850. North Freo 5-3-33. Curtin Wesley, they were giving West Coast a bit of a touch-up. Looks still the same case at the moment. They are leading that game 9-5-59. West Coast 4-1-25. Fourth quarter of action here across at Kingsway Footy Club. Scarborough Footy Club leading at the moment. Set up for a big last quarter, Cam Robbins.
Exactly what can Dolks do for his premiership side from last year, missing 11 players from last year's side. The umpire throws the ball to the sky, says, righto lads, the start of the last quarter here. Scarborough kicking to the right of screen, Kingsway to the left. Ball goes up, well done by Bummer. Ruckwork was beautiful, hits it straight down to Robbie Forrester's throat. Robbie Forrest on the left, throws the ball forward, centre half forward. They have his number. Brooks was good. Once again, Bomber through the traffic was okay. Joel Ashton, bottom of the pack, handball was good. Kick the ball forward to Scarborough. Umpire said play on. No, he's caught one high here. The Scarborough said there's a relayed free kick or a high. It's the latter. And the Scarborough lucky to receive the free kick, but they'll take it. And it's Morgan, lowers his eyes, tries to find Robbie Forrest. He's been everywhere, Robbie Forrest, on his right boot. Ragdoll the Scarborough play here. Umpire said there's nothing to it. Both in it, he reckons. So the umpire said play on. They have it now to Scarborough. And umpire's seen something now. I think Nick Commer, they just threw the ball out. He's disclassed this guy. Commer's kick 2 is now going to go for goal number 3, Ward.
Yeah, look, Scarborough starting the quarter really well there. All the regulars in Ashman and Robbie Forrest there with a couple of positions. Here comes the man in, Nick Commer. Strolls through. Goal number 3 just keeps strolling through. High fives. 3 on the board for Nick Commer and a very quick first goal as Scarborough look to kick away with this contest.
Good movement by the coach. Wasn't advised to throw Robbie Forrest in the middle of the ground. He's just seems to have a lot of time to do with the footy, and that comes through experience, I suppose. And he doesn't get flustered when he has players running into him. But he just has the ability to keep his feet and kick both sides of his body and just push the ball forward, and hence Scarborough got a goal. Yeah,
look, and he has that strong body in there as well, isn't he? Which looks Scarborough probably missed at times last year. The Worthington would go in there sometimes to really add that, but look,
Toomey as well. He's not playing as well.
Toomey obviously as well. So. Look, really good for Scarborough Footy Club, and they extend their lead now as the umpire balls it up. Well done there by Bomber, just straight out to the captain, Joel Ashman. The umpire has found a free kick, given it to the big fella there in Joshy Souther. So Souther with the ball in the middle of the ground, looking for options. Looks like he wants to switch it. He'll probably end up just going long. Probably took his time to get rid of it, but good kick inside 50. Ball spoiled there by the Scarborough player. No one able to pick it up. Holdman there, probably with a free kick for holding, and Holdman will get the ball. So Holdman just chips it inside. Good lead out there. Halligan not able to grab the ball. Good spoil by the Scarborough player there in Luke Spencer.
He did well, didn't he?
He did indeed. And the umpire will come in and grab it. Ball it up, probably about 40 metres from the Kingsway goal.
So first forward inside 50 thrush for Kingsway. Umpire says give the ball to me. So 45 metres out from the goal scoring opportunity. There's Bomber. He's rucked all day very well. Lad from Wembley. On the left foot was okay. There's Anthony Jeffrey. But no one to kick it to, so it just rolls out. And umpire says, give the ball to me. Barringer line throw in. It's just over 250 gone in this last quarter at the moment. Scarborough 7-7 and Kingsway are 4 goals 2, Ward.
Yes, as the boundary umpire has the ball now, probably 15 around from the Kingsway goal. Good long throw in. Both ruckmen go up. Kingsway ruckman probably knocks it over there. Quick hands out. Harrison Court picks up the ball. Good set of hands. Go long down the line, just a clearing kick, not Commer and Eccles, and well done by Eccles. Ball was out of bounds on the full though, and James Eccles with the free kick. Looking at his options inboard. Will he go for a switch? No, he's just going to kick it long. It'll go inside 50. Big pack forms. Caught over the top and great mark. Umpire says no, it wasn't, I don't think.
That was a mark. 10 times out of 10, I think. First hands on the 40 lane, in his hands again, so I would have called that a mark.
I would have thought so as well, but the umpire says no, and we'll back him in as the umpire goes to throw it up again. Good mark, good knock there by Strong, but the umpire has found something, and it will go to this player in Liam Fraser. I haven't seen a lot of Liam Fraser today, But look, he'll end up with the kick 50 metres out. Looks like he's probably looking for some options, Cam, rather than having a shot on goal.
Yep, he's going to no one on, so he's just going to go the distance there. Ward decides to play on, pretty smart, and then tries to kick around the corner. He's kicked it very high. Over the top was okay. Ball comes to the ground. Good courage there shown by Mitchie O'Neill. Knew he was going to get poleaxed and stood under the contest, and hence why Scarborough now can run out of the court. Good quarter there. Brings the ball to the ground. Fantastic courage there shown by that Scarborough defender as Grease Guilford comes back onto the ground. And the play running off the Scarborough is Ryan Sheen.
Bodies are starting to look tired out there, mate, aren't they?
Yeah. Very muggy too. As our producer Hayley said, lived in Cairns for 10 years, and she goes, it was pretty hot and humid over there, similar to like it is over here at the moment.
As the umpire throws the ball in there, Buth Ruckman go out. Bomber knocks it down. Brooks not able to pick it up. He is now. Barrel inside 50. Going to kick it to a 2-1. Ball sits. Liam O'Connor not able to pick it up. Guelphy.
Well done.
Great hands. Well done. Player there in Kent not quite able to pick it up, but now throws it all out. Finds the state player in Harrison Court, the vice captain. Great kick, and finds Luke Childs. Childs decides to move it on. Will it sit for Vellalonga? Oh, it does eventually. Smart play there. Able to just handball it out. Kicks it back there to Louis Miller. The first game has been pretty good so far. Ball going forward there.
Stands his feet.
Yeah, he does indeed. Scarborough just knocking the ball forward with that pressure. Miller going through the contest again. Ball going forward. Quick chip kick there. Will it sit? Not quite. Yes, it does.
Robbie Forrest
Spinner
over the
flicks
top.
it back. Oh, good tackle there by Kingsway Footy Club. And
Pressure
that
was
is
good. Well done.
Holding the ball.
Chopper Reed, well done. He decides to switcheroo play. It's pretty ordinary kick. Put his teammate under extreme pressure. That was Fraser. Fraser's been set upon by 3 or 4 players. Somehow Kingsway have the footy here. If it stands up, we'll be okay. That's Spencer. Spencer can lower his eyes and kick to the hot spot over there to a 1-on-1. Robbie Forrest running back in some courage. Shown well done by Forrest. Brings the ball in the contest. Cop one high. Surely was Lachlan Ricketts for Kingsway. The umpire said, how courageous was that by Robbie Forrest back in the flight of the play? He's a very courageous player, is Robbie Forrest.
It was, especially with the, I guess, the way his body's held up at different points as well. I'd probably not be doing the same, but well done to Robbie Forrest. As the ball gets knocked out there, Robliard can't quite pick it up. The umpire's found a free kick, and that is going to be the Scarborough Footy Club. Might be Robliard that has the ball here, and he might have a set shot on goal. Looks like it's going to be about 45 metres out, almost directly in front.
Yes, good pressure by Scarborough. Forwards there, just trying to lock the ball in their forward 50. And that's exactly what happened there. An opportunity here to bring up another goal for Scarborough. A lot of players very sore at the moment there, Ward.
Yeah, the old hammies are starting to get a bit tighter. We've seen a little bit of cramping now as well. Mitchie McPhee looks like he's about a 60-year-old man as he comes to walk off the ground there. But we're with Liam Robliard. He goes to kick through. Not the greatest kick, is it?
Might have came back, I think. Swung the other way.
Jeez, it was almost like that kick.
And it is another goal to Scarborough
last night.
It certainly did.
Well done by Robliard. And that's another one on the scoreboard for Scarborough Footy Club as they extend their lead. And we've gone not too long now, still in the fourth quarter, but it's starting to blow out a bit, Cam.
8-7 to 4-2. Ward, yes, 15 scoring shots to 6. So the dominance of Scarborough the last quarter and a half is starting to show. And what I've been impressed with them, their forward 50, when the ball's in the forward 50, their intense tackling pressure to keep the ball in their forward 50 has been very, very evident here this afternoon.
Yeah, look, they have been very, very good, haven't they? And the boys like Comer and Forrest, when he's been up there, both been really, really important. But look, props to Ben Reid and especially Daniel Whitfield as well. Look, they've done their absolute best to try and limit the damage. But it's just starting to come in there a little bit too often now as the umpire throws it up there. Strong able to knock the ball out. Well done there by the Scarborough Footy Club. Able to get that ball going forward. Oh, great spoil there by Eccles as Vellalonga goes to chase the ball up. Finds himself with a bit of time. Good little chip kick. How will it sit? Sits very, very well. Good flick inside 50. Oh, good pressure again there by the Kingsway Footy Club. Here's that last goal kick on Robliard. Able to just get the quick hands. Vellalonga again flicks across to that player in Sean Bradley. He's been good today. Robliard again. I don't think I've called his name so much during this game, but probably not his best kick for the day as the ball goes out of bounds on the full.
As rotating the players once again are Scarborough. Coming onto the ground is Luke Spencer and also the president there in Joel Ashman. He's been outstanding. Ashman is out of bounds on the full. relieving the pressure. Just gone 9 minutes of this last quarter. Scarborough 8-7 and Kingsway are 4-2. So umpires call play on. So the Kingsway have just pushed the ball down the half-back flank. Good strong mark over the tape by Big Bomber. Jeez, he's done very well. Rucked all day by himself, Ward. And beautiful thumping long kick from outside 50. That's a great kick. In the hot spot over the top. Commas at the bottom. Goes one way, goes the other. Good tackle from behind. Might be holding the footy, and it certainly is.
Oh, I thought he was almost going to get away with dropping the footy there. Using every ounce of experience, but now the umpires picked him up on it, and Kingsway will end up with the free kick.
Through Chad Barnes, I think.
It is indeed. Chad Barnes just sits it up there. Player on the... Oh, Reed almost over the top. Can't quite take it. Good quick hands. Follett is able to just try and kick it forward. Going to be a tough one there. No one able to take the mark, but Halligan comes through. Well done by that player in O'Connor. Quick hands. Halligan just hacks it forward. Oh, here comes the big fella now in South. This is going to be an interesting one. Harrison Court just finds himself in front and mops up beautifully. Has one bounce. Strolls outside 50. Has a second. Has a third. Just strolling up the ground. Great long kick. Howlett sit for that player in Zach Morgan. Sits all right, turns his player inside out and goes onto his right foot. Could kick inside 50. Not the greatest kick though, spoiled over the back. And the Scarborough player just trying to kick it through. He's going to end up with a bit of time. Now the pressure there from Kingsway Footy Club. That might be Whitfield. Good tackle there by Kingsway.
Forrest, I think.
Robbie Forrest, I think that was.
Gets it again.
Yeah, kicks it inside. Will we have a mark? No, umpire says play on. Pressure's really good. Kick on goal
Morgan.
there. Is that Morgan?
It certainly is.
And it's gone through. Another goal for Scarborough Footy Club. And they keep extending that lead now. Almost 11 minutes gone in this fourth quarter. And I'm going to say, I think that's all, folks.
The fat lady sang, you reckon?
I think she might have.
Tell you what, the play's been pretty impressive, Zach Morgan. You know, just rough and ready around the edges will be. He always gives a contest and he's got pace. And that's what I like about him. So I think he's done very well. There's poor old Ben Reid tried to take that big dangle and he's come off second best. It is a little bit ginger there, but it's been a good third quarter for Scarborough. They've kicked 3 and Kingsway have not kicked 1 this quarter.
Yeah, look, excellent quarter so far by Scarborough Footy Club. They've really come out swinging in this last quarter, and look, now they've probably got Kingsway on the ropes and they might as well try and take full advantage of it and try and get some early percentage in this 2022 season.
So they're up by 36 points at the moment, or 6 goals, so good effort by them. And Milliground once again, Bomber, tell you what, he's been sensational, hasn't he? Rockworker's okay. Don't know what happened then.
Ashman was off to the races though,
Yeah,
wasn't
he was. He thought he was going to put a bet on the favourite, 2-1, but umpire said, no, son, bring it back. It's a Kingsway's free kick to the opposition ruckman and Tim Strong.
Well, that would have been through our major sponsor in Roll the Dice.
Roll the Dice, totally. Good kick by him. Oh, O'Connor dropped what he usually has. Ball comes around. Halligan tackled very good by the Scarborough player. Pushed the ball forward. Below his knee was okay. It was Luke Spencer. Well done by Spencer. Can handball the ball over the top of Guelph. Will go down the lines to Valalonga. He chooses the letter. So Valalonga has it. He's been quiet by him. Lowers his eyes and tries to find Morgan again. So, been a very, very good effort by the visiting side in Scarborough as Robbie Forrest comes off for well-earned rest. He's been outstanding for Scarborough, Robbie Forrest.
So the boundary umpire with the ball. 2 ruckman. Bomber still in the ruck as well, as is Strong. Both being good all day. Strong ends up winning that one there. Follett kind of goes over the top. Can't quite get it there. Ball kind of hacked out down the bottom. More. Good tackle there by Bomber. Ball kind of flips out. Great kick around the body there, but Fraser, but it's off the side of the boot, and Valalonga takes a relieving mark, probably 70 metres from his own goal. Valalonga starting to get into the game. Not his greatest kick. Skews out to Halligan. Great kick inside, and Souther should have had that mark. Couldn't quite take it. O'Connor snaps around onto his left foot, and that is an absolute comedy of errors, but Kingsway Footy Club able to get their first goal on the board for a little while, and a well-needed goal for them. 13 minutes gone in this last quarter.
Well, the last goal was the 13:08 of the third quarter, and it's the 13:04 of the last quarter. So been a long time between drinks for goals for Kingsway, and dropped an easy soda, did Joshy Suda. Lucky Liam O'Connor was smart front and centre and rove that ball, and he trusting the left foot. No worries about him. Kick around the goal, and good effort by him. The big bash cricketer, Liam O'Connor, plays a bit of footy as well, so good all-round sportsman.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's good to see those multi-sport players still having the opportunity to do a bit of both. And look, Liam O'Connor is an exciting player. in the A-grade amateur competition. As the umpire brings the ball back to the middle of the ground. Still those two ruckmen that have gone all day in Strong and Bomber. Umpire throws it up. Probably knocked around by Strong again. Follett goes to try and chase the ball. He's able to pick it up beautifully. Goes onto his right foot. A bit of an up and under as it goes inside 50. O'Connor's there, but well done by Guelphy. Not quite able to pick up the ball. Good pressure there through Jeffrey. Ball kind of knocks forward. Kingsway going to end up with the ball here. That play there goes to slot it through is Brooks, and he's just missed to the left-hand side. Possibly out of bounds
on the part that mark to Reece Guelphy. Jeez, I thought he took it.
Yeah, look at it. Just put his body on the line, didn't he?
We'll do that every day of the week, will Reece Guelphy. And umpire says, boundary line umpire says, give the ball to me.
Well, with about 10 minutes left in this game, mate, the bar's starting to fill up pretty quickly, isn't it?
Starting to get very thick. I'll have to go very quick to celebrate my daughter's 21st later on. Brings the ball to ground. Oliphant, hand was okay. Brooks waiting back. Smart lowers his eyes. Willett tried to put the contest on, but it was too late. And a good mark's taken by Keen Hooper. Tell you what, Rowan Brooks, the captain for Kingsway, mate, he's been outstanding all afternoon.
Yeah, look, he just doesn't stop, does he? We've got the player here in Ken Hooper. He plays on slightly, kicks from about 45. Good long left foot kick.
Good kick.
Oh, well done by the young fella there, and most of his team start to get around him.
Might be his first goal.
It might be indeed. And look, we haven't seen him before, so he could be one of those.
Might be one of those Colts coming up.
Graduating Colts players, but well done to the young player there in Hooper. Kingsway, 2 goals in probably about 3 or 4 minutes, and starting to just try and chip away at that margin. I'd say the game's probably still done, but look, well done to Kingsway Footy Club.
Yeah, 9-7 to 6-2. They've a couple of quick goals in under 2 minutes for Kingsway. They've kicked 2 this quarter, and Scarborough have kicked 3. So a good couple of minutes for Kingsway. And I'd say this, that lad's first goal in senior footy. Good on him. Showed a few signs he has as Keenan Hooper. So middle ground once again. Still hot and muggy here at Kingsway Footy Club, isn't it?
Mate, absolutely terrible conditions, to be honest, in the commentary booth where we are. But ball comes out again. Once again, that player in Brooks just muscles his way out, goes onto his right and then onto his left, kicks it out and finds the first goal scorer in Jeffrey, who takes a good mark on his chest.
It's Anthony Jeffrey, just short of centre half forward, lowers his eyes. Beautiful kick. Hitting the ball hard was Oliphant, but overran it. Scarborough can have it and kick the ball forward. Falling over was Nick Coleman. Nick Comer. There's Eccles. He's too smart. He lowers his left foot, kick into space. Good sprawl over the top by Tommy Willett. Finds the present there in Ashman. He's been ragdoll. Ashman caught one high. He just gets so much to the foot, he does, the president.
Yeah, he just finds himself in the right spot at the right time, and he normally uses it so well as well. He just finds that smart kick and finds the veteran in Robbie Forrest. So
Forrest has it. Centre half back, he can chip over the top because no one's going to run him. Ashman, he's got BO because no one's on him at the moment. He can switcheroo again. And he does do that. Good run and carry. Finds Harrison caught on the left foot. Tries to find over the far side. Good sprawl over the top. Trying to find the teammate Morgan. But good sprawl over the side there by Bailey Nylander, who's had a very consistent game off the half-back flank. And the boundary umpire says, Ward, give the ball to me. I'm going to throw it in.
So probably about 7 minutes left now or so in this game. Scarborough Footy Club with a convincing lead as they look to try and ice this contest and get a well-earned first win of the 2022 season. Boundary umpire with the ball. Goes to throw it in 40 metres around from their goal. The 2 ruckmen go out. Strong probably wins that contest there. There's the captain there in Brooks. Just goes to hack it forward. Guelphy with the ball. Can't quite pick it up. And the ball goes out of bounds. 70 metres out from the Scarborough goal.
Just starting to milk the time a bit now, Scarborough. Just under 8 minutes to go of this game. And they're still in a fairly commanding position, 9-7 to 6-2. As the boundary umpire throws a ball in. Good if no, the knock. Pressure was okay from behind was Joel Ashman. Ball to me. Although you're the president of the club, you're not getting the free kick. Ward, I'm going to throw it up.
And he does indeed. The ball goes up and Bomber ends up knocking that one out. Kingsway just able to hack the ball forward, but there he is, the president. Once again, that clearing kick. No one able to quite get the ball moving. Lots of tired bodies out there. Ball handed off there. Scarborough Footy Club with that kick inside 50.
I tell you what's a ripper. Jamin Spinner Mainstone has kicked a goal on his left foot. What a fantastic kick by that lad, mate. Beautiful goal.
Oh, absolutely. It kind of came out of nowhere. The ball just bouncing around. He swooped on it. And a great goal there by the Scarborough Footy Club. Spinner Mainstone, that's his first of the day. And Scarborough once again start to extend that lead out as we've gotten probably about 19 minutes now in this last quarter.
Nickname is Spinner. And another player cramping up there is Tommy Irwin.
Geez, they're all going to know they've played footy, I think, by the end of the day, aren't they, mate?
Absolutely. You're going to run laps and laps and laps forward, but there's nothing like game of footy when you get hit, you get up, start, stop, all the time, and that's got to make you get tired and hurt, but it's been a very impressive game of footy by the Scarborough Footy Club here this afternoon. We picked it early in the season saying they're going to be the big improvers.
Oh, look, absolutely right. And look, Coach Paul Vines, I think he'd be absolutely wrapped with what he's seen from his boys today. Look, he would have known probably what he was coming into, but look, to actually get that first win on the board, look, he's going to be absolutely wrapped. Scarborough go and try and kick that ball forward, but Reece Holman going back with the flighted ball. Good kick forward there. Will it sit there for Chad Barnes? It does indeed. Barnes able to just pick it up. Kicks it inboard. Lukey Halligan goes back with the flight of the ball. Normally a good left foot kick. Just looking for some options there as Scarborough start to flood back. Halligan with the ball 70 metres from home. Plays on slightly, just kicks it up and under to the hot spot. There's that player in O'Connor. Not a greatest kick there, but great spoil by the play there in Scotty Tyres, who's been not too bad down the back line for Scarborough Footy Club.
The defensive six has been good with Guelphy down there as well. They've had a good defensive unit, has Scarborough, and they've restricted last year's premiers to only 6 goals, Ward, so it's a very good effort by them.
Yeah, look, they really did miss Braden Furmark after quarter time, didn't they?
Yep. So the bound umpire's throwing the ball in the pocket. Bomber brings the ball to the ground, but the opposition ruckman, I tell you what, that is the goal of the day. Timmy Strong had to fend off the opposition ruckman, and Bomber stood his ground and kicked a little check side on the right, and I reckon that is the goal of the day.
Mate, absolutely exceptional.
Timmy Strong.
I'll tell you what, I was just thinking before that Timmy Strong, he's really finished this, last quarter, so strongly, so well. But look, all credit to Bomber, who's basically rucked 99% of it by himself. And look, you can probably give him a little bit for getting a bit tired towards the end of the game. But look, great goal by Tim Strong, and as we said, that's probably the dartfish goal of the day, I would say.
Absolutely. See that replay again, just stood his ground, used his strength, and the little check side right from 10 metres out. So good effort by the big ruckman, by Timmy Strong. And peg one back to Scarborough, just gone 22 minutes of this last quarter. So Bomber brings the ball to the ground, hits to his president, Ashman, tackled very good by the captain there in Rowan Brooks, and the boundary umpire says, "Give the ball to me." About 5 metres from the bullseye here at Kingsway. Umpire throws up again. Bomber has it. Handball's okay from behind. Little handball to himself was pretty smart. Found Harrison Court. He's done well from down back. Harrison Court goes to the captain and Sheen. Sheen on his left foot. Brings the ball to the ground. Nylander was fantastic. Finds Eccles. Eccles lowers his foot and finds the captain, who's been absolutely brilliant there in Rowan Brooks. He can also chip over the top to Timmy Strong. Strong lowers his eyes. Beautiful kick by Strong and finds O'Connor. Good passage of play here by Kingsway. Absolutely right. And you'd have to think O'Connor will probably take a little bit of time. No, he won't. He's just going to play on. He's a good long left foot kick. 50 metres out. Hasn't quite kicked it right. And just a good... he dropped the mark.
Oh, he should have taken that mark. Scarborough still able to mop up and just kicks it out to the far side here. How will it sit? And good mark there by Moore. So Moore decides to play on. Long kick straight to the hot spot there. Who will sit there and take this mark? No one able to grab it. Oh, well done. Taken out of there by Liam O'Connor. Celebrates like he's won the World Cup. But unfortunately, Kingsway not going to win this game of footy. Great goal there by Liam O'Connor. Gets his second for the quarter. But a fantastic last quarter. Both sides would have kicked 4, so 8 goals in the last quarter. So good effort by both sides. 4 each. And they've actually peppered away in the goals this quarter. Yeah, look, absolutely right. We had a first half where there was only, I think, 5 goals kicked for the whole first half. And it's really opened up as, conditions have got a bit better and I think some bodies have got a bit tighter. So, look, a really good first game that we've had across at Kingsway Footy Club today. Cam, I'm getting to get you to have a bit of a think. We've got Dartfish once again on board with the beanies this year. We don't have one for round 1. But we probably still need a player of the day, I think. So I think we'll have a bit of a think about that, and we'll come and cover that off at the end of the day. Absolutely. It's counting down to the last minute now. Middle of the ground once again. Well done by Bomber. Brings the board. Try to find
Robbie Forrest. He's got one high, the umpire said. It's has it in the middle of the ground.
Might be Rob Liard.
Robbie Liard, it certainly is. Kicked a good goal. He's had a good quarter. Kicks over the far side and tries to find Luke Childs. Childs stands up. Well done by Childs. Shows a bit of pace here. But unfortunately, the boundary line says, give the ball to me. It's out of bounds. So it's 10-7 to 8-2. Margin to 17 points. And we're just under a minute to go in this last quarter, Ward.
Geez, we're both pretty close. I picked him by a couple. You picked him by 21 points. So it's almost like we have a vague idea what we're talking about, mate. But, yeah, look, ball goes thrown in there. Oh, good pressure from both sides. That Ashman in there, does he get dumped to the ground? No, the ball kind of slews out. Big bomber there with the ball. Quick hands inside again. Scarborough looking at going inside 50. Can they get one last goal? Oh, almost a mark there, but just dropped. Knocked forward there by Scarborough Footy Club there. Umpire says that could be a free kick. No, but the ball goes out of bounds as we tick along almost to the end of this game. It's been an absolute belter out of Kingsway Footy Club.
Certainly is. 2 seconds ago, and that is the siren. There it is. It is all over a Red Rover here at the Kingsway Footy Club. Scarborough have defeated last year's premiers 10-7 to 8-2. A margin of 17 points. Good effort. Well done. Good first effort to Paul Vines. Congratulations to him. Major goal scorer for each side. Nick Comets had 3 goals. 2 goals to Robbie Forrest, and single goal scorers to Rob Liard, Jamie Spinner Minstone is a fantastic goal from him. Louis Miller, Zach Morgan and Sean Bradley. And all goal scorers for Kingsway. Liam O'Connor kicked 2 in the last quarter, and single goal scorers to Jack Follett, to Keenan Hooper. Well done to Keenan Hooper, first game in the big league, and did well, kicked a goal. Ryan McCabe, Tim Strong, Braden Furmark and Anthony Jeffrey. But overall, 8 goals in the last quarter, Ward, and a very good last quarter by both sides. Yeah,
look, and I hope that was enjoyable for the listeners to have a bit of a look at today, especially that last quarter as the game opened up. But look, really good game of footy. I think both sides will probably come across, out of the game fairly content. Scarborough, you'd think, obviously winning the game, should be pretty happy with it. And Kingsway, they probably unearthed a couple today as well, which we didn't know about. Tim Strong, and look, he played very well in the ruck for Kingsway Footy Club, and a couple of the other younger guys as well. Anthony Jeffrey looked lively early on, was a pretty good player for them. But look, well done to Scarborough Footy Club. Good first effort there, and I think they're looking at a good season ahead. Better players for Scarborough Footy Club today.
There's a lot
Cam
of players
Robbins
there. Jolie Ashman was fantastic. Harrison Court back was good. Robbie Forrest was very good in the midfield. Bomber rucked all day, was very good. Scotty Tyres down back was okay as well. Better players for Kingsway.
Yeah, look, it would be pretty hard to go past Rowan Brooks for me. He could have been close to best on ground today. He was absolutely exceptional. I think there might have been a little man from Scarborough that I probably would have given that to instead. But look, he was very good. James Eccles, he tried all day. The 2 backmen for Kingsway Footy Club in Reid and Whitfield were both very good. And as was the ruckman Tim Strong. But look, Scarborough Footy Club, that little bit too strong today, and they get the chocolates. It's a wrap up here in round 1.
I think we've both called, I reckon, the best on ground and wins the Dartfist beanie is the president of the Scarborough Footy Club, Joel Ashman. Little fella by nature, helmet on, but the president of that club, he just accumulated footy, always under the packs the whole time, used the ball extremely well. He wins the Dartfist beanie. Player of the day, Joel Ashman. I'm going to do the Harold Holt fairly quickly, Ward, because I've got to go to my daughter's 21st birthday. Thanks very much for your company, and we'll have the show. I'll let you to wrap up. We'll have the show on your place on Monday, and they'll be streaming live on a Thursday.
Absolutely right. Look, thanks again for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast by myself and young Kang Robbins. Massive thank you to Hayley producing as always. The young fella out there. I didn't know if we were going to have a cameraman today, but young Jackie made it just in the end. Thank you to Cam Robbins. It's a pleasure as always. Hope to see you guys next week again. I think we're covering North Beach Footy Club and University across at North Beach Footy Club. Until then, enjoy your weekend. Thanks again for listening, and make sure you catch us as we hit Behind the Posts, which will be out next Thursday night. Enjoy your weekend, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you.